Hello, my internet fans. It's me, Statboy Mike, and I would like to welcome you to this week's installment of Throwback Thursday. The Casa D18 Studios Channel continues to sort through the archives of the Jeff Meacham Network, the Simple Man brand, JH95 FTW, NoDQ.com, and the Casa Channel in order to bring you classic content that you may not have seen in a long time, if ever. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's Throwback Thursdays offering. I love you all. Statboy out.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
The Casa D18 Studios, an affiliate of the Jeff Meacham Network, Multiverse of Media, proudly presents this retro content from the Casa D18 Studios.
Hello, internet fans. We're back with another epic episode. You voted. We discussed it. We're doing the top 100 songs of the 90s. Yay.
And Bruce is actually going to be able to talk on this one.
I'm so excited to be here right now, I can barely keep my pants on. Well, no, not, well, no, never mind.
No, you don't want to.
No.
Not none of that. No, not at all.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, we actually sent Bruce the list this time so that he knew what he was getting into.
We prepared.
And he, Cruiserweight Assassin, approved it.
Okay, you know, the whole approval get shtick is mine. I'm Statboy and it's Statboy approved. But
Mustache Rage!
Thank you. Mustache Rage.
Movember.
Movember. Yeah.
Wow.
We also have Mr. Jeff Meacham on the back. He can give us 2 cents whenever he wants.
That's all you're getting
Hopefully it
from me.
won't be too much, because once you get him talking, he doesn't shut up. He's like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going.
Yeah,
and
that
going
2
and
cents
going
will turn
and
into a nickel, a dime, a quarter. With inflation, he'll make it to $1. So let's get started here. Here we go. Number 100 from 1991, Gerardo's Rico Suave. We start with a one-hit wonder, folks.
Oh my God!
Rico Suave. Great way to start this thing off, man.
You know what?
Wow.
Say what you will about Rico Suave, but that song was the business when that shit dropped.
Okay.
You know what? It was. And, wow. Damn.
The song was so popular, Weird Al did a parody of it, Taco Grande.
Which is what we had for lunch.
Yeah.
Tacos.
That explains a lot.
Damn.
We are starting off great. Okay, we're done with this one. We're done with this. Let's continue on.
Rico Suave was a good video, good song.
Yeah. Like I said.
Gerardo was definitely a one-hit wonder for
Yep.
those that didn't follow his career. He did have a second single
He did.
that wasn't near as popular. It was a cover of the song We Want the Funk.
Okay.
Real?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, he did a cover of that. It wasn't a horrible cover, as, covers go,
Mm.
but it wasn't successful enough to make it another hit for him.
Thank you, Gerardo. You started it off good. 99, Missy, Misdemeanor Elliott's The Rain, Super Duper Fly from 1997.
Awesome song, awesome video, and everybody who knows me knows that I'm not big on hip-hop at all, but Missy's videos are really artistic, has some just awesome energy and everything. It was, I like Missy Elliott a lot. Missy's awesome.
She's cool.
Yeah,
Missy
the thing I
rocks.
liked most about this video was how literal so many of her things were. It's like she says in the song, I sit on hills like Lorraine, and they show her sitting on top of a grassy hill. It's like every time they could find some literal interpretation, they worked into the video, and I just thought that was sheer genius, considering may not necessarily be what she was actually talking about, but they found a way to make it literal.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. 98, EMF's Unbelievable from 1991.
Joey Ryan.
You're unbelievable. Oh!
Yeah, any song that samples Andrew Dice Clay is a winner in my book.
There you go. And like I started off chanting Joey Ryan. I cannot hear this song anywhere without turning around and look to see if Joey's entering the building, because he's been using that as his entrance theme for a good chunk of his career. It was his theme song early
So
on.
like
when he
if
was
you heard
starting
that
out.
song in the grocery store, you would turn around and look at the door to see if Joey Ryan was walking up behind
I've
you.
actually looked in Hooters.
What a
I've actually been in Hooters and the
fucking
songs come out,
mark you
and I'll
are.
turn
Jesus
to Jeff.
Christ.
And I turn to Jeff and be like, "Where's Joey?"
And I did what I'm doing right now. Just kind of shaking my head. And,
There's something
God
really
damn it.
disturbing about that, honestly.
It is.
Sorry, it's just one of those things where real songs get beat in your head as someone's entrance theme, and you
No.
kind of
That has never happened to me.
no.
Ever. Like, never. Only you.
Well,
Just you.
God
Damn it! Only him.
Comment on this. This is gold. Okay.
And we've already
Inflation,
tied this
you might
into
get
Rust.
$1.
You know,
Just want to throw that out.
No.
there. We're 3 songs in. We've already tied this into Rust.
I have
Only him.
I have a tasty beverage, folks.
So does Bruce.
I don't. I should go get one. Okay, moving on. 97, Prince and the New Power Generation's Get Off.
There we
from
go.
1991.
There we go. Prince. That's all you gotta say.
Exactly.
Prince.
No symbol. No nothing
No
like...
slave written across
No.
his face and everything. Just Prince has been the shit since day one. That's all it is to it. Prince is the man.
I don't have much to say about this one. I do like Prince, but I like more of his 80s stuff as opposed to his 90s stuff. So I don't really have too much to say about this one.
Like you said, it's Prince.
It's Prince.
I think it should
That's
be
all,
higher.
that's all you need.
That's it. There you go. 96, Nelson's Can't Live Without Your Love and Affection from 1990.
Wow.
That song was epicness.
You know what? see,
You can't even say
I
anything.
lost. No, seriously, like I was never like this, like Stewart or my friends wearing the Winger T-shirt or nothing. I never had a Nelson T-shirt. I never bought their CD, but I did like that song. I really did like that song, and I mean, it's like if you were playing 6 Degrees of Separation with Ozzy and Harriet, you'd get Nelson. How awesome is that?
Didn't he do Celebrity Fit Club?
He did. I believe it was Matthew Nelson did Celebrity Fit Club. And he wasn't even fat when he went on the show.
Nope.
He just put on like maybe 10, 15 pounds and he wanted to shed it.
Yeah. They made him sound like he was a washed-up singer.
He is.
He kind of is.
That's why he did Fit Club. Then just
I was going to say, I never had the Nelson shirt, but I actually did have the After the Rain CD.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Pop used to bump that because obviously, he grew up listening to Ricky Nelson.
Right, of course.
And then his kids doing music, he wanted to hear that. That CD is actually a really good, underrated album from start to finish.
It probably is, but a lot of people probably wrote Nelson off because here they are, these two blonde-haired twin pretty boys making music.
Yeah.
But they had an awesome band behind them. Brett Garsed is one of my favorite guitar players, the lead guitarist on the After the Rain album. He's a Musicians Institute instructor now. I've met him a couple times, and he is a phenomenal guitar player. So if you ever get a chance, look him up. All you guitar fans out there, he's awesome. Check him out.
And if you haven't heard this song, download it, again, legally. Don't do any bootlegging. Download Can't Live Without Your Love and Affection, and download the title track, After the Rain. Both those songs are fucking epic.
There you go.
You're
95.
playing with chicks in the room, so that way you have an excuse for listening to it. Because if you straight heterosexual men out there and you're just listening to Nelson in a room by yourself,
Questions get raised.
yeah, you ought to know.
Oh! Ouch.
Which, ironically, is probably another one of the songs on our countdown today. I don't know, but,
We'll go on. 95, Montel Jordan's This Is How We Do It.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
1995, great club song.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you throw that song at any party when it dropped, you throw that song on at any party now, and people run to the dance floor. That song brings out so many good, fun vibes.
Yeah, it does.
It's a party classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely having much fun with this list. Last list, 6 songs in, we were going, what the hell? So far, we're batting 1,000. I love it. All right, 94, Fastballs of the Way.
Love that
1998.
song. I love that song. Such a great song. That's one of those songs that when I hear it in the car, I turn it up and I sing along every fucking word of it. It's
a good story. It's a
song.
great,
Yeah.
The video was kind of a little. Well, the video was good too, but unfortunately, have we heard from Fastball recently?
I'm noticing that, dude. Like, most of the people we're talking about so far are like one-hit wonders, except for Prince and Missy.
Yeah, they disappeared after that, unfortunately.
Montel didn't have any other hits?
He had a couple of hits, but, not near as many as Prince and Missy.
This Is How We Do It was, that is the track that's synonymous with him, and everything else just kind of falls under that.
There you go. All right, 93, Lisa Loeb's Stay, I Missed You, 1994.
Another one-hit wonder.
We've had 3 number 1 hits. That's also
such a huge crush on Lisa Loeb. Good God. Those glasses.
It was the glasses.
Fucking drove me insane. Seriously, I remember that song being really big, like the summer I turned 18, and it was like every chick with glasses that I could get within 100 feet of, I tried.
Yeah.
Can we just move on to the next song, please?
That's an awesome song. And Lisa Loeb has not hidden the fact that it's her only hit.
Yeah.
She takes pride in it to the point where, a couple years back, Newfound Glory did the second installment of their From the Screen to the Stereo album. And
she did a cameo appearance in the new Fright Night movie.
Wow.
Okay.
She did.
He got really,
I got really excited about that too.
Yeah, he did.
I'm sorry.
But Newfound Glory did a second installment of their From the Screen to the Stereo album, which basically were all covers of songs from movies. And Lisa Loeb actually cameoed on the song turning it into a duet with the lead singer of New Found Glory. It was an awesome version.
Wow.
There you go.
That's cool.
All right. 92, Public Enemy's 911 is a Joke.
And it
From
is.
1990, yeah.
And it definitely is.
It was then and it still is today.
911, what's your emergency? There's a guy in my house. Do you know where he is? No, that's why I'm calling you.
I'm saying.
We'll be there in a half hour.
Yeah.
Flavor Flav did the lead on that.
Yeah. This was one of the few 911 songs that actually was not really a Chuck D song. It was a Flavor Flav song.
Rest in peace, Chuck. We miss you. No, it's Heavy D. Heavy D. Heavy D. Sorry.
Wrong D. I was about to say, did I miss something?
Chuck D didn't pass.
Well, everybody's dying.
Flavor Flav should have by now. No offense.
I'm saying, it was like some more saying about him at the roast. You look how Magic Johnson should look.
Oh. Who's roasting that? Was that
Flavor Flav?
Damn.
The one where Jimmy Kimmel made the Chris Benoit joke. Fuck you, Jimmy Kimmel.
See,
I know where you live.
Now I'm not the one that brought up wrestling. That was him.
I know where you live, father. No,
I don't know where he lives, but I know where he does his show.
Yeah, there's all kinds of security there, so I know.
Followed every pro wrestler there the past like 5 years now.
Actually, I haven't been there at all.
I was there for Hulk. The first
Gee,
time.
there's a shock. Jeff Meacham was at a talk show for Hulk Hogan. Where are we now, Scott?
I got nothing.
91, Sarah McLachlan's Building a Mystery.
I'm just going to leave this one to Bruce.
Yeah, Sarah McLachlan is...
That is
wow.
my girl. I'm telling you, Sarah McLachlan is one of my favorite artists ever. I mean, and that album, Surfacing, fellas, I'm gonna keep it real. It's good music. It's chill music. If you like Sarah McLachlan, man, let that shit out. Sarah McLachlan is bomb. I love her. She writes she writes such great music. She should be famous along the lines of other female artists who are getting 20 times more attention than her and have about an eighth of the writing and performing talent. She's just amazing, and seriously, you got to move on with this list because I'll sit here for the rest of the day and just talk about Sarah McLachlan.
I just want to throw my 2 cents in. I actually enjoy Sarah McLachlan too, not to the level that Bruce does, obviously.
Yeah.
Aside from her Surfacing album and the songs that came out on it, I can't really think of too many other huge hits of hers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the only downside of Sarah's career, but a lot of that has to do with the media and the radio stations not really getting behind.
Yeah, they don't support artists like Sarah McLachlan because she keeps her clothes on.
Yeah. The song she did for Toy Story 2 is always going to be a favorite of mine too, When She Loved Me.
Yeah.
Jeff's already shaking his head. I wasn't going to take it there, Jeff.
I will remember.
Speak on it, Jeff.
No,
Come on, man.
He's shaking his head because of the late Cole breakup video that they did to it, and I wasn't even going to go there. I really wasn't.
It was funny.
Silence is not golden on
When
this
She
show.
Loved Me, I think, is one of her best songs, actually. And if you watch the movie and listen to the song in the context of the movie, it is a very sad, depressing song. It almost makes you break down and cry in the middle of a fucking Disney movie.
A lot of her songs are like that. She writes just really personal, heartfelt music. I mean, another one of my favorites, since we're talking about soundtracks, is from a movie called The Brothers McMullen, and the song is called "I Will Remember You."
There you go.
That was on Surfacing too, wasn't it?
No,
I thought it was.
That was. No, it wasn't on Surfacing. It wasn't on Fumbling Towards Ecstasy. It might have been on the album after. Or she might know. You know what? Come to think of it, I think she wrote that song just for the Brothers McMullen soundtrack, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
Number 90, The New Radicals, You Get What You Give.
Wow.
1998.
Those guys got a lot of attention for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Just all the people they pissed off. Well, not they, the singer whose name I forget right now, but calling out Courtney Love, calling out Marilyn Manson, talking about, mess with us, we'll kick your ass in. Like, seriously, dude, you're a one-off alternative band. Like, seriously, you're not tough. I mean, I seriously wish Marilyn Manson would have kicked your ass.
That song, you know, is a cool song. It's real fun. It's another one of those that you could kind of throw on at a party and get people on the floor moving. Not to the same extent of this is how we do it, obviously.
No, definitely not.
But it is still a real good, upbeat, danceable song, and I think that was a lot of the appeal for it.
Yeah.
All right. 89, Liz Phair's Never Said.
There we go.
1993.
She's another one of those awesome female artists, and not to put all of the female artists in a box and say, oh, you're, you know, I don't mean it like, oh, you're awesome for a girl. I don't mean it like that. I have a really soft spot in my heart for female musicians. I think they're like the sexiest thing on the fucking planet. Liz Phair, just amazing. If you've never heard of Liz Phair, or if you've never heard any of her music, please do yourself a favor and look it up. She was definitely one of the most influential musicians of the late 80s and early 90s, and actually all the way out through the 90s. But you know, really just ballsy, very sexually charged music. Yeah, Liz Phair, awesome.
All right. The first song that I've never heard of, coming up next here, number 88, Duncan Sheik, Barely Breathing. Okay, I know the song, I don't recognize the artist, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
1997.
Good song. I liked it.
I am barely breathing. Okay.
Yeah, not much I can say about this one. I've heard it a few times. It's just a whatever song for me. It's like we finally hit a lull, something we can't really go in depth about.
Yeah, I like the song, but I was never really that familiar with him outside of this song. But I did like the song.
It was okay to me. 87, Billy Ray Cyrus's The Achy Breaky Heart, 1992.
Is this the part where I do my trademark I quit?
Yes. Because this one was also on the One Hit Wonder show that VH1 did.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
3 words come to mind.
Next song, please.
No. 3 other words come to mind when I think of Billy Ray Cyrus.
Why the fuck?
That damn mullet.
High-powered mullet.
I had the mullet part right.
Dude, that guy just took, he took having a mullet, or mulleteering, if you will.
Is that anything like racketeering?
Yeah, it's like racketeering with a mullet.
Okay.
He took that shit to a completely different level. That's just an entirely, it's like if the X-Men were rednecks, they all look like Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, wow.
Seriously. Like the Justice League, he had like the super powered, he had like spider bit him, radioactive powered mullet going on
and then
there.
He got rid of it, and look what happened. He lost his power.
No, he cut off his mullet and it turned into Miley. That's what happened.
Damn!
It's like his mullet would crawl off his head and knock over 7-Elevens at night and shit. That mullet was the business.
But he needs to thank God that Miley did come around, because it revived his fucking career too.
Yeah, much in the way that the Frankenstein monster made Dr. Frankenstein known around his village. It kind of did it that way.
Seriously.
You know, like, we alright, you know, we know of you, but we don't really care for your work. Not really feeling what you put out into the world, you know?
I was actually going to sing the praises of this song a little bit, but Bruce just kind of ran away with it.
Yeah, I put a knife in that bastard, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
I thought we're talking about mullets. You got Eddie Guerrero shirt on. I'm throwing that out there, Mikey.
Yeah, well, the difference between those two is that Eddie Guerrero was a hell of a lot more convincing a performer than Billy Ray was.
Woo! What's your comments on that one? Stat Boy approved. 86, The Cranberries, Linger.
There we go.
1993.
Cranberries are the business. I always preferred Zombie to Linger, though.
Well, yeah, they're 2 different albums, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
I prefer Dreams than
would.
over Linger.
I would.
Hey, I liked it. All right.
That song has become synonymous with every like female coming of age drama. Have you ever noticed that? Like every trailer, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants type movie, They're always playing that song.
Hey.
I mean, but the Cranberries were awesome, and I'm so disappointed that they kind of fell off the face of the earth after their last album, which unfortunately didn't go anywhere. But such an awesome band, and Dolores O'Riordan has hands down one of the most beautiful voices I think I've ever heard. I actually had a chance to see the Cranberries live, and
When was this?
They played the Long Beach Arena, and I forget who it was that was opening for them. But not a whole lot of people attended the show, unfortunately.
Damn.
And it was such a good show, though. I mean, awesome place to meet girls. Oh my God.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, it was a good show. Such a great show, and Dolores O'Riordan has one of the most amazing voices I think I've ever heard. So,
all right, let's
I
keep
miss
going.
them a lot.
85, Cypress Hills, Insane in the Brain. Yeah! Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. That's me. Yeah. Can't say much about that, you know.
Cypress Hill is the business.
Cypress Hill's the shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Should be ranked higher, Cypress Hill. Okay, continuing on. We're almost done with this part. Number 84, Snow's Informer from 1993. The one song that you can't understand any of the lyrics. It's like, Informer, a chicky boom boom there, it's over and over. I posted this video on Facebook saying, can anybody get the lyrics? And all they put was the chicky boom boom there part. So it's like, what are the words here? Help me out.
I think the funniest part about this song is it's a Canadian trying to do Jamaican reggae.
Wow, there's a country mix-up right there.
And a white Canadian at that. It's not even like a black Canadian or a Mexican Canadian trying to do reggae. It's a white Canadian. It's just comical to me. But it was an awesome song.
It stayed 7 weeks at number 1.
It's probably because everybody was trying to figure out what the hell he was saying.
Exactly. So
Like, yo, can you play that Informer song again? I'm trying to figure out the fuck he's saying.
Can you, like, slow it down? Even if you slow it down, you can't understand what he's saying.
I don't even think Snow remembers what the fuck he said.
Maybe play it backwards like a Beatles album type thing? Maybe do
Turn me on, dead man. Turn me on, dead man.
There you go. Something.
Wow, he brought
It was Mike's
Beatles.
love letter to the Undertaker.
Yeah. I thought it was Michelle McCoy.
Oh yeah, we went there.
You're lucky you're my brother, otherwise I would
Otherwise you would do nothing.
I would do nothing either
And
way.
get to number 83.
The Breeders, Cannonball.
Yeah.
1993.
Love Kim and Kelly Beal. Awesome band, awesome song. Just a great album. The Breeders, if you guys don't know, or you probably do, it's kind of an offshoot of another really popular modern rock band called the Pixies.
I've heard of them.
And the Deal Sisters decided they wanted to do this album, and they called their band the Breeders. And it was just so much fun, such great memories along with that music. And yeah, I seriously could talk about some of these artists for hours and hours and hours. So
And then some.
yeah, seriously.
I honestly had to look them up last night just to figure out who they were, but they're on the list.
Yeah, I've got nothing.
Okay, 82, Ghetto Boys, Mind Playing Tricks on Me, 1991.
Good God, Bushwick Bill is the creepiest little fucker on the planet. Seriously, I mean, how do you have like, seriously, did Bushwick's parents lose a bet with God or something?
Whoa!
Seriously, you got a retarded midget with a lazy eye and Down syndrome that got left out in the desert after a 4-day crack binge. I mean, my God. If there was
I can
ever
just see the comments just flowing in right
if there
now.
was ever an example of somebody losing the genetic lottery, it's Bushwick Bill.
Or Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern Show.
Oh! He brought up Beetlejuice!
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Is he-
I think we got
Wow.
a Battle of the Midget showdown right there. We can have Hornswoggle
Seriously.
referee.
Woo!
Hornswoggle will watch that match like a lot of us watch the Maury Povich show. It's like, our life sucks, but at least we're not them.
You are the father. Okay, and finally, the last song of this first part. 81, Paula Cole's I Don't Want to Wait. The song you would hear on every episode of...
You know you remember the show, don't front.
the WB.
You know you remember the show, stop lying.
Seventh Heaven.
No.
No, it was Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek, whatever. They're all the fucking same.
No.
Which is...
Love Paula Cole. There go my cool stripes, y'all. I'm seriously, it just, yeah.
The best thing I liked
love
about
Paula
this
Cole.
song was when Sam Jackson had to sing it on one of the MTV award shows because he interrupted a kiss between two people. He came in with a baseball bat and beat the hell out of a record player, no less. That's how they... And they're saying it's like, you know, you kind of ruined the moment. It's like, it's like, I don't want to wait for our lives, and then they kiss and, you know, whatever. And
Now,
yeah.
the moment with that song that I remember and
Go ahead.
like goes back to when we were doing the horror movies countdown, Urban Legend.
Mhm.
There was a scene where Josh Jackson was in a car with the girl, and
Yes.
that song came on the radio,
Yes.
and he was just like, real quick, he was
Oh,
like,
God,
can't
I
fucking
hate this.
stand that song, and turns it off.
That was such a great scene.
Forgot about
that was one
that.
of those scenes where you had to watch the movie in the theater and just see everybody around you react because everybody reacted to that scene.
That shit was
And it was
comedy.
like, "Ah, I can't fucking stand that song.
That is one of those songs that does what it's supposed to do. It gets stuck
Piss people
in your
off?
head. No, it gets stuck in your head. You can hear that song, be like, oh, I fucking hate this song. Like walking down the aisle of a grocery store.
Again
It
in the
comes
grocery
on.
store.
That's where good music goes to die, seriously. If you hear it in the grocery store,
You
you know
hear
that's
it,
the last stop.
Or the elevator.
Or the
And then you
elevator,
get out of the
yeah.
grocery store and you get back in your car and you start driving up and you're like, I don't want to wait. Oh, fuck! You invaded my mental
You
capacity.
gotta make sure no one's around, because if you're like, you know, you're in the car after a night out drinking and having a good time, you turn it on, you just do that, you get...
Yes, Bruce.
Yes.
Are you going to bust him out on the driving around in his car or the going out drinking?
We don't advocate drinking and driving at all. Just so it's out there.
All right, the
There's
next
another one.
20 songs. What do we got, Stat?
Number 80, Right Said Fred's I'm Too Sexy. One of the one-hit wonders of the 90s again. Do you know? It's one of those fun
Bruce,
songs.
maybe you can clear something up for me on this one.
Oh,
yes, I'm
yay.
actually turning to you on a Right Said Fred question.
Okay.
Now,
I feel like I'm walking into something here.
there have been rumors circulating that the dude that's saying I'm Too Sexy is the lead singer of Rammstein. Is
That
there
was
any
a
truth?
big rumor for a long time, and from what Rammstein says, it is not true. So, in all fairness to the situation, if a member of my band was responsible for I'm Too Sexy, I would tell him to deny it too. Just because it was one of the biggest hits of the decade does not mean it was a good song.
It was played almost everywhere, wasn't it?
It was one of those things that like worked its way into social consciousness. Like it was on T-shirts.
No.
It was used in advertising. I remember one really disturbing example in particular was a Gerber ad where a baby was saying, "I'm too sexy for this bottle." Okay, people, stop using kids and sex in advertising. The shit is not right. Just stop.
Seriously.
You know
What's
why
that?
we have so many
stuff or
pedos running around schools trying to snap pictures of 5-year-olds. Just stop. It's not cool. It's not fucking cute.
No, it's not.
So the rumor is false, as far as we know.
From what I understand, the rumor is false. But again, if a member of my band was responsible for that song, I'd tell him to deny it too. So, you know, it's only...
It was a better question than you were expecting, though, right?
Actually, it was. I was expecting something that was going to make me want to punch you in the face. So, not that I don't want to punch you in the face, just not for that question.
It's just one of those things that's like a serious rumor, like Wesley from Mr. Belvedere's Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, yeah. He's not, by the way.
It's one of those urban legend rumors that circulates, and I figured if anybody in this room right here would know, it would be Bruce. So.
Yeah, so as far as I know, it's not true. But,
all right.
You know.
Okay, 79, Meredith Brooks, bitch.
This has become like the Titantron entrance theme for every woman on her period.
Damn.
Okay, that's not right, because I can't get up and walk out. I got the thing, I can't move. I can't move. Why?
James!
I'm sorry.
I have to get got.
Am I wrong? People, am I wrong?
Put this in the comment box. I want to hear this one. Oh, we're gonna go.
I mean, I'm seriously not trying to be funny, and I'm seriously not trying to be mean. It is the truth.
And it's gonna set you free, too. Yeah, right.
From your existence.
Yeah, seriously. Wow.
Some people take the word bitch and they think it's a compliment. Others, self-explanatory. So, which ones are you? Because we can't figure it out.
It's a good song.
It is.
It's a really good song at the end of the day.
Great
but
guitar and everything.
So many women, latched onto the song.
Find me a lady who's not a bitch
but,
during
you know,
that
then
time.
a lot of times, a lot of those women they were just difficult by their own nature and were proud of it and say, oh, this song is my anthem. Well, yeah, that's something you want to be proud of, you dumbass. You know,
touchy subject there,
Renegade. I think our theme should be Dennis Leary's asshole. That should be our new theme song.
Okay.
Yeah, if y'all get one debit, we get one too.
How about bitch and dick? How about we just call us dicks?
No.
Problem is, when do we get to cash in our dick week, our asshole week?
During the Super Bowl?
No.
So we get one a year and they get one every month? I call
That's
bullshit.
right there.
I don't know.
Not to get myself in more trouble like I already just did. I'm just throwing it out there.
What we got next, Stat Boy? Number 78. Before we get lynched by whatever female viewers we do have.
You have female viewers?
They gone now.
Oh, no, we had female
My numbers
viewers.
just went down. 78, Lenny Kravitz, Are You Gonna Go My Way?
There we
go.
Lenny Kravitz.
One of the best rock guitarists ever. Current.
I was going to say current, maybe.
Current, not ever.
I
current.
don't know. Lenny Kravitz honestly is not a lead guitarist. Lenny Kravitz is a rhythm guitarist. I mean, he doesn't, I mean, not to take away from Lenny's skills, because I'm a huge Lenny Kravitz fan. But somebody else always plays lead guitars on his album, so, but Lenny's awesome. I can't say enough good things about Lenny Kravitz. He's been one of my favorites for a long time. I was listening to Lenny Kravitz when he was going by the name Romeo Blue. Ooh. Yeah, when he was married to Lisa Bonet from The Cosby Show, if that's any kind of a time reference for you. But yeah, Lenny's the man.
Okay.
77. Ice Cube's It Was a Good Day.
There we go.
1992.
Epic song.
Any song with a Fatburger reference in it, I'm good. I'm in.
How
It
good
was
are
one
the
of Ice
Fatburgers?
Cube's few
Fatburgers,
songs
awesome.
where there was no swearing.
Yeah.
He did like the entire song without a bad word, and then at the very end of the song, he said something.
Fuck you.
Because it was just like, stop this shit. It's like,
I'm Ice Cube.
I don't know what I'm thinking about here. But it was a really good, positive song, and I'm surprised it's the only Ice Cube song on here.
I think it's the only
Seriously.
rap song on here. Well,
No, there's other rap songs, trust me.
Missy was in part one. So.
Yeah, Missy was in part 1, that's right.
Okay. 76. Blues Travelers Run Around.
Another great
1995.
band.
Love the video for this. The Wizard of Oz inspired video.
Horribly underrated band. Horribly underrated because for just all kinds of reasons. I mean, John Popper's not so poster boy looks, and just such an awesome band that did not get nearly the credit they deserve for originality and just amazing musicianship. Just such a great band.
We used to do a college show, Renegade and I, back in the day. We played a lot. We played Blues Traveler once in a while, and we would always start the song as like, This song really blows because John Popper plays a mean harmonica, which is true. He's a very good harmonica player.
I was just going to touch on
Yeah.
that. One of the things that I like about John Popper, and seems to be a lost art in music these days, is a good harmonica player.
Absolutely.
Everyone thinks you can just pick up a mouth harp and blow in it.
Yeah.
And you're gonna
suddenly
be
it's
good.
music. It's one of those that if you don't practice at it, it is horrible to listen to in the beginning stages. I mean, I know, they're called mouth harps. They're called blues harps.
Mouth organ.
Mouth organs, which...
I can only name a handful of good harmonica players to begin with.
Yeah.
John Lennon played
John Lennon, Bob Dylan.
Huey Lewis.
Huey Lewis, yeah.
Clint Black
Mm-hmm.
plays a mean harmonica.
But
It's 5 right there.
It's one of the. I mean, it's one of those instruments that you, in the beginning stages of it, you want to lock yourself in a soundproof room with plenty of water and rations and just practice because you don't want anybody else to hear it.
All right, 75. Crisscross's Jump. Another song that was featured on another list.
I love Crisscross's Jump. Crisscross always gets hammered as a one-hit wonder, and this may very well by and far be their biggest hit ever, but being a fan of theirs, they had so many other hit songs that were good songs that I just can never, agree to the one-hit wonder label of theirs. Because they had Warm It Up, they had Da Bomb off of their second album, they had Live and Die for Hip Hop featuring Aaliyah and Da Brat, they had Tonight's the Night off of their last album, Young, Rich and Dangerous. There's 5 songs right there.
There you go.
Granted, you can't really make a greatest hit CD with 5 songs, but it's more than one.
I had a lot of fun listening to their music. I like I've said about so many people, I'm not gonna go out and buy their stuff. But the fact that that song left a huge mark on the decade of the 90s is just undeniable. I mean, it started a fashion trend too, for better or worse. I personally never had the urge to wear my clothes backwards, but more power to the people that do it.
I actually found a T-shirt at Anchor Blue when they were going out of business that said "Wiggity Wiggity Wiggity Whack."
Yeah, I saw that.
And I copped that shirt for like $2 because they were going out of business there, and I wore that to Pinky's Playhouse as part of my Halloween costume. I actually was Crisscross. I had my Fat Albert pants.
Is that why you did that?
Now, you know what's funny is when I saw that shirt in Anchor Blue, I looked at it and the first thing I said was, man, I cannot wait to see the douchebag that wears this. And then a week later,
he arrived!
A week later, I came over here and I saw the shirt. It is the oddest thing. I just, wow.
I love you too, bro.
That's only things that we can say around family.
Casa D18, where we throw people under the bus on a daily basis.
Seriously.
Hey, it's only family members, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a good thing you're wearing a black shirt, or else we wouldn't be able to see all the oil stains on you.
And the tire tread.
Tire tracks.
Yeah. 74, Cher's Believe.
Oh, jeez.
Cher, what were you thinking? Was this an attempt to bring back your career?
It was. It was
For
an
the
attempt to
75th
reinvent
time.
herself. It was an attempt to reinvent herself. You had her in the 60s, Sonny and Cher with I Got You Babe. And you had her kind of in the 70s with the half-breed gypsy woman stage. Then she came back in the 80s with If I Could Turn Back Time.
Yep.
And her cover of It's in His Kiss, the Shoop Shoop song from Mermaids.
And then the 90s.
And then in the 90s, she turned to techno. Same thing Madonna did in the 90s. She went from, Like a Virgin, Materia Girl, to erotica and Vogue, and then she, Ray of Light. She turned to techno. It's a young person's music, and anybody who's trying to keep themselves relevant to a young person's, society is going to turn to that. And it worked for Cher for a minute. Not a huge fan of the song, but it worked in rejuvenating her career for another 3 or 4 years at least.
Well said. 73, Marcy Playground, Sex and Candy. Another one-hit wonder that got played a lot.
Yeah.
Put it
Really
on the
good
list.
song, really catchy, really melodic. That's what I remember the most about it is the melody.
I have the same question about this song that I had about Hollaback Girl when we did the other countdown.
How does Sex and Candy go together?
What exactly do Sex and Candy smell like? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it indifferent? What is it exactly? Do I want to know? Because I mean, you know, it's like I love cheeseburgers. Cheeseburgers smell awesome. And I like cologne because cologne smells awesome. But do I want cologne and cheeseburgers at the same time? Probably not. So is it the same principle with Sex and Candy? I don't know.
It depends on what kind of candy you have.
It depends on what kind of sex you're having too. I can't believe you didn't say that first. You actually put candy in priority over... This is a different discussion for a different show.
It is Stat Boy after all.
Wow.
Alright, so to save grace with Stat Boy, let's move on to number 72.
Probably have more of a chance of getting candy. I've had a lot of caffeine. I'm being such a dick today. I'm sorry.
But what's true is, folks, what all he's saying is true.
Stat Boy.
Yes?
There you go.
Okay, fine. She's taken! So, 72.
She hasn't met me.
72, the Bare Naked Ladies with 1 week.
So we go from talking about that to the Bare Naked Ladies. What happened there?
Everything he's saying, by the way, is true, so and I don't deny it.
That song. It was probably one of the best songs of the 90s. I think it should be higher up. What number is that?
72.
It should be higher.
It should at least be top 50.
That was such a fun song. I mean,
Been 1 week.
Such a great song. Just so much fun to listen to.
And the same fun, the same energy, the same listenability came when, this is another one you can say to, Weird Al parodied it. Weird Al turned it into a song about Jerry Springer. And all the stuff that you see on Jerry Springer in the course of a week. And it's...
How he's still on TV, there's a good one.
That goes to show us, like, that's how you know you're made, when Weird Al parodies your song.
There you go.
It really is.
And I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more songs on this list that Weird Al parodied.
There probably will be. 71, Arrested Development, Tennessee.
That's not one of them.
Such a great song. Arrested Development, another
1992.
horribly underrated hip-hop band, or hip-hop group, I'm sorry. It just seems like after the whole gangster rap thing started, everything, all the other hip hop that came in that same era that wasn't violent or obscene or misogynistic, it was like, okay, yeah, we like you because you're different, but then the next week you were gone and forgotten about, and that unfortunately is what happened with Arrested Development.
Yeah, Arrested Development, I think, made it possible for bands like The Roots.
Absolutely.
And Diggable Planets to be able to come along and...
If I'm not mistaken, Diggable Planets came first.
I'm not positive on that.
I'm not positive about that either. I need to look into that. But they're definitely the same era. Definitely very much the same era. Just, you know, really good hip hop music back when it was music and not a fucking lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't a fashion trend or something that people did to fit in or whatever. It was real, honest music. They wrote what they felt, and they made good, positive music for people to listen to. And I thought that was a really cool thing for them to do.
All right, number 70, Jamiroquai's Virtual Insanity.
Awesome song, awesome album, awesome video.
I do like the video. That was a...
I mean, just from
sliding
top
everywhere.
to bottom, that was just... It's one of my favorite albums.
Yeah, I can't say anything that Bruce hasn't already said. The video was epic. Watching him dance around on those conveyor belts and everything.
Didn't chart though. Didn't chart in the U.S. It didn't.
That's surprising.
That's very surprising because that video was in constant rotation for at least a year and a half.
Yeah, back when MTV played videos.
Yeah, back when MTV played music. when they lived up to the M in MTV. Now it just stands for Moron Television.
Well, yeah, I mean, Beavis and Butthead's back. Morons.
Yeah, but I mean, even Beavis and Butthead could respect a good video.
Shut up, Beavis. I'm insulting us.
Yeah, cool. 69, Korn's Freak on a Leash.
Awesome song, awesome song. That
Awesome
video. That video is a great video. That album is a great album. In fact, gentleman right over here is the one who introduced me to Korn. And right after he introduced me, he was like, okay, now that you're into him, peace, I'm going away from him.
Yeah, seriously.
That's pretty much the way it was. It's like, okay, I want you to hear this album. You listen to this song with Ice Cube on it.
Mm-hmm. That was the best song on the album, I think, the one they did with Ice Cube.
Okay, you dig Korn now? Okay, you can have my copy of the CD. I'm out of here.
Yeah. Actually, I met Fieldy, their bass player, when I was at Tower Records. And do you know what that dickhead asked me?
Where's my CD?
No. He said, so, dude, what's your favorite Korn song? I said, and I said War Ensemble. And he goes, that's Slayer. And I said, yeah, I know.
Does that Tower Record still exist, or is it gone?
You know that Tower Records ain't been there for a minute.
It's a Best Buy now, I think, right? Or is it a Walgreens?
No, it's not
both.
even that.
It's both.
It's a Best Buy now. No, even the Walgreens is closed now.
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
Shows how much I get out.
Seriously, we don't usually go that way unless we're driving home at night.
Yeah, but, yeah, man, I miss that Tower Records, dude. I met some awesome people there. Kobe Ty smacked me on my ass in that store. Told me I was hot. Made my life.
It's a good day.
Yeah. If you don't know who Kobe Ty is, look her up.
And we will. 68, Will Smith Getting Jiggy With It.
Oh, God.
1998.
Night.
Good night.
Okay, now,
I quit. No, I'm kidding.
out of all of the Will Smith songs, why this one? That's what I gotta know. I mean,
that was the one that was playing in like retirement homes and everything. It was just, oh God.
But I don't even think. I mean, I've looked at this list, but it's been a minute since I looked at it. I don't even think DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince "Summertime" is on this list.
It's not.
And that came out in 1990, and that is still in rotation to this day.
Yeah, but then getting jiggy with it was one of those songs that was like, I'm too sexy. It became one of those things that people were saying in everyday speech. You know,
I think it even got to the presidential races that year.
Oh wow, that's how you know pop culture is. That's how you know that people depend.
I'm the president, and I'm getting jiggy with it.
That was pretty good.
Thank you.
The Man of 1,000 Voices, my call.
Yeah, really. Could you imagine me getting jiggy with it in the White House? Hell, that's what got me in trouble in the first place. I got jiggy with it.
Oh,
Thank you, Stat Boy.
All I wanted was a cigar, and look where it got me. I got jiggy with a cigar. Yeah, okay.
Okay, the more you go with it, the more you lose it there, because you start laughing.
67. Delight's Groove is in the Heart.
Love Delight.
With 3 E's. 1990.
This was a really good, fun pop club song.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling we're going to be saying that about a couple of songs coming up here, but I really enjoyed that video.
There's Bootsy Collins played on it too, so what's not to like?
There you go.
Hey, moving on. 66. Edwin McCain's I'll Be. Nice little ballad.
I'm probably going to lose cool points here, but I love that song.
Ain't no wrong with losing Cool Point, man. It's a good song. I mean, if you like a good song...
You know, it is the song that American Idol auditionists love to sing.
Mm-hmm. To where they tell them not to sing that one, right?
Pretty much. I think Edwin McCain
one.
even popped up one year on a season, was like, if you can't sing my shit right, stop fucking singing.
You know what he did, and I thought that was awesome. It is on the 3 Don't Sing on American. It's a list of 3 songs that the judges on American Idol don't ever want to hear. They don't want to hear "Fallen" by Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," and they don't want to hear "I'll Be" by Edwin McCain. Yeah.
Fucking Over the Rainbow, good lord. Every saying like the first 3 seasons, that's all they did. Especially the women.
Oh man.
Fucking ridiculous.
No wonder Simon quit. 65. Digital Underground's The Humpty Dance. 1990.
Oh.
This song,
1990 for real?
yes,
This song is that old?
It's
Wow.
a fucking great song. is such a good mood song. You know, you had Tupac Shakur.
Unless you're Burger King, then they don't like it so much.
You had Tupac Shakur in the background as a dancer in this video.
Yep.
Before he got his big break on their next album, this is an EP release with the track Same Song. But this song, just a great, fun, energetic. It's another one of those, like, this is how you do it, how we do it. You can just put it on at a party today, and people will still get out there on the floor and act like idiots.
It is very hard to not be in a good mood when you hear that song.
Yeah.
The Humpty Hump. 60. Oh, are we done with that one? Okay, fine. 64. The Presidents of the United States of America. Peaches.
Yeah!
Going round in circles, eating lots of peaches. Look at that big smile. You should turn the camera. Look at that smile. Look at that.
Just got a Kool-Aid grin.
And look at his eyes.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
No, we're not going to get to that.
No eyes? No C-O-E-D?
C-E-O-D.
C-E-O-D. No, we're not going to do that on this show.
Presidents of the United States of America is a great band, great song. Again, I'm kind of surprised it's not Lump instead of Peaches.
I was expecting Lump. I was expecting you to say Lump.
Especially since that's the one that Weird Al parodied, you know. We talked earlier, you know you're made when Weird Al parodies you. That's the one that he parodied. I'm surprised that's not the one.
We ought to just do a Renegade Loves Weird Al show. That's what we should do. We could be talking about strawberry jelly or a belt buckle, and JJ somehow will bring it back around to Weird Al Yankovic. We should just do a Renegade. We should do Renegade of Weird Al. That's what we should do.
Well, I think Renegade's heart has been captured by Weird Al because of all the Star Wars parodies. That's what I think happened.
I can see that.
That's what I think happened. The Yoda and the...
Yeah, it's just Yoda and the Saga Begins.
Yeah.
Still, that's two damn good parodies, though.
Yeah. All right. 63. Notorious B.I.G., Mace, and Puff Daddy. Mo money, mo problems.
Oh, wow.
1997.
I gotta pee. I'm gonna go.
Whoa! He's walking off. He's actually walking off. He's actually walking off there, dude.
Owen.
Bruce is actually walking.
He actually walked off the set for a minute. Damn.
Why is he walking off for Notorious B.I.G.? I mean, I know he's not the biggest rap fan, but this was a great song.
You make him go again, dude. Come on, there he goes.
Bye.
Mace and Puff Daddy in their shiny suits.
Great. Okay, it's you and me now.
I guess, you know, Mo Money, Mo Problems is a great video. I don't care what anybody says.
I remember I was working at the college cafeteria, and... Oh, you're back. Did you wash your hands? Remember, folks, always wash your hands.
That's right. We do not condone drinking and driving, and we do recommend that you always wash your hands after coming back from the bathroom.
Hygiene is your friend on this show.
Yeah,
unless you're staff point. Okay.
Oh, now that's fucked up, man. That's
Are we still talking about the song?
No, we're not anymore.
Done.
We're almost... Oh, fuck. I forgot to dry my hands.
Oh, shit!
What the...
I do remember, though, while we're still on the topic of the song, I do remember, though, when I was DJing back in the day, actually going out and buying the Life After Death vinyl because the song had blown up so big, and it wasn't supposed to be a single. It was just a song that was on the album that people started playing on the radio station virtually out of nowhere. And the record company decided to go ahead and release it as a single because it was getting such tremendous response.
Good job, bad boy.
Mo money, mo problems. How about you quit being an ignorant bastard in the streets? Maybe you wouldn't have so many problems then, you dumb fuck.
Bad Boy Rants approves all rants given by Bruce.
Number 62 is one that I think we're going to be able to reel Bruce back in here on. Go ahead, Stat Boy.
Better be.
Live or live?
I might have to play again.
Live, I alone.
Alright.
Thank goodness he's here.
I can hold it until the song. I have a really small bladder.
Bruce is a skinny man at the end of the day. He has a small bladder. We need to work on that. You do. We need to get a break here.
Live is a great band. That album, Throwing Copper, was a good album.
Very good album.
It's another one of those. I'm surprised it wasn't Lightning Crashes instead of Island.
Yeah, exactly. That's weird. I like live a lot. They've actually grown on me more over the past maybe 6 or 7 years, because when they were really big, I wasn't really into them. But as I've gotten older and a little bit, less of a dumbass, they've grown on me a lot. So yeah, are they still around?
As far as I know,
think
they're
so.
not.
Oh.
They might be one of those bands that every so often just takes a nice little hiatus, that comes back. But
Yeah.
I honestly haven't heard much from them since the Throwing Copper album.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that there wasn't. Haven't heard much of a buzz because I don't listen to mainstream radio anymore.
Well, not
And
that
the video channels don't show
not
videos
that
anymore.
they'd be getting played on mainstream radio anyway. So
The video channels don't show videos anymore, so wouldn't be able to see anything new there either.
yeah, that's true.
Last one, we're done for this part. 61, Sheryl Crow's All I Wanna Do.
There you go.
All I wanna do is Sheryl Crow.
And I've got a feeling you're not the only one.
Nice! Bravo,
Thank you,
Mr.
Jeff.
Jeff Meacham. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff.
Anyways,
That was awesome.
now we can grab the needle back out and deflate his ego.
I'm pouting.
No pouting on my show.
Sheryl Crow is
No pouting.
awesome.
Fucking hot,
Sheryl
too.
Crow's awesome.
God damn
Tuesday
it.
Night Music Club was a great album.
Backup singer for Michael Jackson. So
I know, right? Everyone forgets that. She
Yeah.
was the backup
She was
singer
the backup
on the
singer
Bad
for
Tour.
Michael Jackson. That was, I love Sheryl Crow. The only thing that Sheryl Crow has ever done that I honestly do not like is her cover of "Sweet Child of Mine." I think she should
Really?
have
I like that version.
I
That's a-
did not like it at all.
It's definitely not as good as GNR's. but
Because I
really
listen to it from a guitar player standpoint, not from an all-around musical standpoint. And there's a certain amount of guitar work that is synonymous with that song.
Okay,
So-
I'll give you that.
Yeah, in fact,
So that's why I have a hard time getting.
you
into
actually
it.
told me that acoustically it's not a good song to play. When I first got my guitar, I said I want to learn how to play the riff on my guitar. He said, "No way,
Not on an acoustic. It just doesn't. It doesn't have the same punch. That intro is one of those stop you in your tracks type of intros, and it's something you can only accomplish, I think, with
It's
an electric
instantly
guitar.
recognizable.
Yeah, it is.
And-
Definitely one of GNR's signature songs.
Hearing your reasoning behind it, I can understand now why you say that, because Sheryl Crow's version is basically a slashless version.
Yeah.
It's just the
And
chords.
Slash is the one who makes the song.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the chords, and that's just the way it is. And number 60, get right into it. Belle Biv DeVoe's "Poison" from 1990.
Good song, good song.
That chick is poison.
I always dug Belle Biv DeVoe and that album. Thought it was me, Do Me, Poison. Really good song. I'm glad it found its way onto the countdown.
I liked it too. I mean, it had a good hook there, and Belle Biv DeVoe took off. I mean, they aren't doing much now though, but hey, we got.
No, I just caffeine crash. Anyway, I liked New Edition's work a lot more. This song was good. It was cool. I think there were better songs on the album than that song. But seeing as how that was like the debut single from the album, it was, it's like, hey, look at what these guys from New Edition are doing now. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool, like I said. Better songs on the album, but what was that, number
60.
60? Yeah, that sounds about right. So.
And it's funny that you said, they don't really do much anymore, because freaking Michael Bivins spun off from this and became like super producer of the 90s for a minute.
Yeah,
he
he was.
Another Bad Creation. He had Boys to Men. He had 702 for a minute on his Biv 10 records.
That's right, I forgot about
He
that.
became like this big old force to be wrecked.
Yeah, he was P. Diddy before there was P. Diddy, and he was better at it.
I was actually going to say he was New Edition's version of Teddy Riley.
Wow, you went to Riley.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, really.
You're right about
Biv
that.
didn't steal everybody else's songs and make them his own.
Yeah. It's like Diddy's like the most well-paid karaoke artist on the fucking.
That just happened. That just happened.
It did. 59, Weezer's Buddy Holly.
There we go.
1994.
Weezer
One of the
is
best videos
business.
of the decade.
Yeah. How can you turn Happy Days and a cool song into one? Ask Weezer and they'll do it.
Actually, ask Spike
Jones.
Spike Jones. Yeah. He's the one that came up with that vision.
Yeah, that was such a great video. It's a great song. It's one of those songs that it's really, really hard to be in a bad mood when Buddy Holly comes on the radio. If you don't find yourself responding to that song, even in the slightest little bit, tapping your foot, nodding your head, humming along with it, you're probably dead.
Or at least cracking a smile.
Yeah.
Because that's what most of Weezer's songs
Yeah.
do to me. They make me crack a smile. Even the later stuff like Hash Pipe and Dope Nose. It's
Yeah.
like
And Keep
when they
Fishing.
stopped being as funny about stuff as they were with Buddy Holly
Right.
and Pork and Beans.
Yeah.
Keep Fishing.
Keep Fishing makes you just break out into laughter.
That's
They're
the
just-
video,
they're
man.
just
We're talking
Still,
about
I don't
songs.
care. I always
they're
do
an
the songs
awesome
for the
band.
video.
They
Weezer's
are.
just an
I
awesome
actually got to
band.
work the concert when it was them at Foo Fighters at the Long Beach.
Oh
Arena.
my God, I hate you.
Well, don't hate me too much because I was outside doing line control and
That's
I missed
okay.
most of the show.
You were there. You can say you were there, which is more than I can say, which means I fucking hate you.
Weezer.
It's all
I
good.
was
See?
there.
See,
Why we gotta hate on each other?
people
Can't we all just get
they
along?
don't want to see their people coming up. They don't want to see. We don't want to see our people coming up. We just step on them. Just you have fun. I hate you.
Exactly.
You have fun. I hate you. Your mama too. No, Weezer is awesome though. I can't. They're one of those bands that, you know, I can't say enough good things about. Seriously, Weezer's the shit.
There you go. 58, Sophie B. Hawkins, Damn, I Wish I Was Your Lover.
Can we talk about
1992.
Weezer some more?
You gotta take the coverage.
You know what? I did kind of dig this song when it first came out, but it's one of those that got really tired really quick. So, next song.
That shit was tired from jump. I hate that song.
Oh.
I mean, there was at some point in the 90s, women in music just started coming up. You know, you had Paula Cole, Sarah McLachlan, Alanis Morissette,
Meredith
Brooks, Tori Amos, Natalie Merchant once she broke away from 10,000 Maniacs,
Liz Phair.
Liz Phair,
Fiona Apple.
you know, oh my God, Fiona Apple.
We'll get to her in a minute.
But
Jewel.
yeah, Jewel. I mean, there were, you know, all these amazing female musicians that came out, and they were just, I mean, they were wrecking shit. They were ruling the charts. They were ruling the radio. They were ruling MTV.
That's how Lilith Fair was able to get started and get over so big.
Yeah, and you could basically gauge the importance of a particular artist by where they fell on the bill. Sophie B. Hawkins, in my opinion, would be at the concession stand selling water and tampons.
God damn.
So, yeah, love you, Sophie. Not really.
We lost Mikey.
Oh,
Next song, Mikey.
I'm sorry. What?
Lord, I apologize for that right there. And Big
You
Figgy's
act
got
like
a
you
new
never
gig
heard
in
the
it.
fucking word tampon before.
Not when you put it in that sense of the word. 57.
Tampon!
Is that gonna be the Percent Rich catchphrase? Tampon?
Yeah.
No.
Number 57.
No.
Jay-Z featuring Emil and Ja Rule.
Can I get
a?
in
Get a
1990?
tampon?
This
Alright,
was
I'm done.
another.
Are you
I
sure?
promise,
Do
I'm
you
done.
promise?
I'm done.
Okay,
I
good.
promise.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
I promise.
Okay.
This was another
Tampon.
catchy hip-hop pop song that came out in the late 90s. Jay-Z, I forget who produced the track, but the beat was just off the chain. It was one of the first big commercial breaks for Ja Rule, who then spiraled out of control with his own career until 50 Cent came along and murdered his ass lyrically. Not physically,
literally,
he's still alive.
He lyrically
but
shot him 9
just, like,
times.
killed him. But I really like this song.
I'm crying.
I really like this song off of Jay-Z's Life of Times, the Sean Carter Volume 2, or the Rush Hour soundtrack. Really
Did
good track.
Foxy
Really good
Brown do
track.
the remix? Was she on the remix?
No.
Who
There
on
was
the-
no remix.
There wasn't?
No.
I thought there was.
Yeah, don't they remix everything?
No.
They did in the late 90s when
With Puff Daddy, now we're back there again. God damn it!
I'm sorry. He's just throwing me off every... Okay. Scene. 56. LL Cool J.
Tampon.
Bruce did it too. You didn't hear him. You did it right at the camera. You're like, damn. Right at it.
Tasty beverage.
I knew you were going to do that as soon as you turned your head. God. Okay. Can't do it. Take over, damn it, I can't
Very
do it.
easily entertained.
Yes,
Seriously.
I am.
Number
Really are.
56, LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out from 1990.
Love that song.
Okay, thank you.
That track was hard right there. I've been a fan of LL since way back in the day with the radio album. In fact, back when I was going to the YMCA when I was a little one, for my birthday, Pops got me a boombox, and the first two tapes
Wow.
the first two tapes I had from my boombox was DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. He's the DJ, I'm the rapper.
Right.
And LL Cool J's radio.
Now, the big question is, since Dad hooks you up with a boombox, did Mom get you the red Adidas jumpsuit and the furry Kango hat?
Nah. I didn't have the Kangol. I didn't have the Adidas.
Well, then it was not a birthday.
You know.
I think I remember that boombox too.
But
You had that boombox for years.
no.
No?
It's not the one that you know, sir.
Damn.
Trust me, that boombox done got busted real quick playing radio and Rock the Bells and I
Wow.
Need a Beat just at the top of their volume. But LL Cool J, Mama Said Knock You Out was his big comeback song at all the people that had been dissing him over the last couple years.
Yeah.
Calling him soft.
Cool
and
Mo
everything.
D and them.
Cool Mo D made fun of somebody
Yeah.
with his senior citizen Leisure World sunglasses on and shit.
Leisure World.
I'm saying, Cool Mo D made fun of somebody.
Yes, sir.
Nigga, what you doing these days?
Bruce, tell him like it is. 55. Fiona Apple's Criminal.
Mm.
1996.
I had a feeling we were going to be talking about her. That's why I tried to stop you with your, oodles of drool over Fiona until we could actually get to her.
So
Diesel, knock it off.
yummy, Fiona Apple. I love your crazy ass. I'm telling you. Title, one of my favorite albums ever. Seriously, I'm gonna go back to my wrestling fan days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I listened to Tidal, and I was never, ever the same again.
Pick up Chris Jericho there. There you go.
Chris Jericho's the shit.
That's right.
Chris Jericho, man, I miss you. I miss you so much, dude.
And it's so funny. He's only been gone like 2 years this time.
I
first time
wish
he's
you
gone
were
forever.
still wrestling. I might still be watching. That's how
Yeah.
badass you are. But,
Criminal was a great track. Of course, my favorite Fiona Apple song should come as no surprise to the man on the end here.
Not at all.
Her
I already
cover of
know.
Across the Universe
Across the
that
Universe.
she did.
Really? Oh, come on. It was a good
It was a
song.
great-
It was a good song.
Fiona
Of course, it's
Apple
his
is
favorite. Fucker.
Just so amazing, so
She is.
talented. Just a great, great pianist, great songwriter, amazing voice, and just the cover of that album. I would just sit and stare at the cover of that album for like hours. Just those eyes. Oh. Excuse
Okay.
me.
54. Joan Osborne's One of Us. 1995.
I thought that was Dr. Evil that wrote that song.
I think he has a...
Bat phone.
Yeah. Not now.
Just happy I didn't do it. Batman.
Not now.
Busy, Commissioner.
Yeah, really busy.
Leave a message on the bat phone. We'll get back to you.
The hell is he calling me for? Oh, never mind.
Y'all don't get it, but we do.
Yeah. Okay, should we continue with Joan Osborne or just?
Not a whole lot to say about Joan Osborne's One of Us. It was a great song. She caught tremendous amounts of crap from the religious groups for trying to humanize God. But aside from that, you know, unfortunately it was a one-hit wonder situation, partially because of the crap that she caught.
Right.
Just completely killed her career, but
I know who's calling too.
it was a good song, nonetheless.
Yeah, Joan Osborne was awesome. It really is a shame that she didn't go further. I think at some point the whole bohemian vibe with artists, I think people just weren't. I don't think they were into it. I think it got lost on a lot of people, and because of that, she didn't go any further than she did, which is a real shame, because Joan Osborne, another great singer, puts on a hell of a show. So yeah, it kind of sucks she didn't go further.
Okay. 53, Naughty by Nature's OPP, 1991. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me.
That song was, is, and forever always will be the shit. That song is like some of the others we talked about in other parts about how you could still put that song on at a party today and get a positive response. It's not one of those songs that people will look at the DJ and be like, what? Get that shit off of here, man. We don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You start bumping OPP and you might even get the whole crowd divided into guys and girls sides talking about, yeah, you know me, when their parts come on. And big ups to KG for lifting the Jackson 5 sample of ABC. That without a doubt, that's what made the song.
Yeah, definitely. I like the song. I mean, obviously, anybody watching this or anybody who knows me knows I'm not real big on the whole hip hop thing, but I thought it was a cool song. Really catchy beat and everything. But Tretch's delivery is just awesome. I mean, you know, excuse me. Definitely one of I listened to the whole album. It is definitely one of the best songs on the album. So it was a good decision for them to release that first. So yeah.
52, Sugar Ray's Fly. Don't think it was that fly in the first place because it didn't even make the charts.
Hell no.
Sugar Ray's got some catchy tracks, but that was never a favorite of mine.
Every Morning was better?
Every Morning, When It's Over.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
They had a few that I did like, but Fly just for some reason never really connected with me.
And he went from a musician to hosting a game show, and then he went on to Extra or one of those shows. I mean, that's just... Oh, that was a downward spiral there. I mean...
Not really. He's still active.
Not like the music world missed his ass. Come on, Sugar Ray was a weak fucking band. They were just weak. And... meh.
51.
Sugar Ray.
Tupac featuring Dr. Dre and Roger Troutman, California Love.
Really?
Please stop doing that.
I'm sorry, I got stuck in my head.
Just don't.
Really?
Okay. Alright, really. Okay.
Don't.
Okay, I won't do it.
Much love for West Coast hip hop and especially Tupac, but he had virtually his entire catalog of music came out in the 90s, and this is the one.
It's a shame that that's the one representation of it, and that it's so low on the countdown.
Yeah.
That was easily one of the biggest songs of the decade, and that should be way higher than, was it 51?
51.
Yeah, that should be higher.
I completely agree. I mean,
way higher.
Brenda's Got a Baby, Keep Your Head Up, I Get Around, Dear Mama. None of those songs could have been on the countdown in place of California Love. I mean, I realized it was his first big hit after being released from jail, I mean, hell, that's how he starts his verse. Out on bail, fresh out of jail. You know, but Tupac had so many better songs, both commercially and underground, that could have been better representations of him on this countdown than California Love.
Exactly. 50, Alice in Chains, Man in the Box.
I'd applaud too, but I'm still holding my tasty beverage, so I don't want
Alice
to.
in Chains is, was, and always will be one of the best bands in the history of rock music.
I completely agree, and I thank you for turning them on to me, because between you and original ECW, I was able to discover this song.
It's
Because
cool.
I remember watching ECW back in the days with Bruce and asking him, be like, dude, who is this that does Tommy Dreamer's song? This song is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's Alice in Chains. You don't know about them? You need to fucking look them up. Where the hell have you
Yeah.
been?
Facelift.
You know, all Beavis and Butthead style, just bitch slapping me and shit.
Would you say, as a guitarist, that this is one of the songs you should learn to play with the opening riffs and everything like that?
Yeah. Yeah, why not? I mean, I personally, I don't think that I don't think there's anything you shouldn't learn how to play. I think you should learn how to play everything you can get your hands on. But as far as just definitive rock riffs go, yeah, Alice in Chains is definitely one of them.
And specifically 90s riffs. Like, I think if you're going to pick 3 riffs from the 90s, and I'm not a guitar player myself, but if there's 3 riffs from the 90s that I think every guitar player should learn, it's Inner Sandman, Smells Like Teen Spirit, and Man in a Box.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're going strictly from, you know, from popularity, then yeah, I would agree with that.
49, Jules, Who Will Save Your Soul, 1996.
Remember when I said there's nothing you shouldn't learn how to play? I take it. No, I'm kidding.
Aww.
I'm kidding.
I
kidding.
love me some Jewel.
Jewel was awesome. I mean, that. It just popped into my head, right?
What?
Her tits?
You know what else just popped into my head, right?
What?
The interview she did with Kurt Loder when he corrected her on the proper use of casualty, and she got pissed. Like,
Kurt Loder was a fucking douchebag.
Kurt Loder is the shit.
Was. He
Kurt
still
Loder
is.
is awesome.
No,
If
don't get me
Kurt
wrong.
Loder looked at an album that I released and spit on it, I would be honored that he just paid it that much attention.
Aww.
And then I'd punch him in the face.
Thank you, I was waiting for that.
But still, like, hey, Kurt Loder held my album in his hand. He spit on it, and I slugged him. But he knows we exist, and that's I guess that's a good thing.
Is he even still with MTV News now, or is he gone?
Is there MTV News?
There's no MTV News.
MTV, what are you doing?
Kurt Loder and
Nothing.
Serena Alchel.
Oh, God, she was hot.
Allison Stewart. And Tabitha Soren.
There we go.
And Kennedy.
Kennedy!
And Duff. Wow. MTV, y'all fucking up. Daisy Fuentes.
Road trip to 1515 Broadway, New York City, and we'll
What?
occupy MTV.
Or none of them were there.
Right?
We'll bring it back. We'll bring them
We
back.
will get our DeLorean and make this happen.
There you go.
There you go.
But yeah, I love Jewel. I'm glad she's on the countdown. Not sure if this is the song I would have picked, but it was her big breakout single, so.
Yeah, I would have picked I would have picked another song too, but just seeing, like you said, that was her single. Why not? You know.
48, Matchbox 20.
Downtown Julie Brown.
Oh!
Oh, there we go. She even did Playboy.
There you go. Matchbox 20, 3 a.m. is number 48.
Downtown Julie.
Yeah. Matchbox 20. Here's what I have to say about Matchbox 20. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
I'm going to give the Ted Theodore Logan on Matchbox 20.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Doesn't even need to say a damn thing.
And scene.
There you go. Sorry, Matchbox 20.
That-
I ain't got shit to say about them.
Says it all.
Absolutely nothing.
Wish I could take a Matchbox to the studio that let those assholes record an album.
Right? It's like,
Nah, I'm not gonna
I cannot stand Matchbox 20, and Rob Thomas has only ever done one song as a soloist that I enjoyed, and that was more recent. That was on the Meet the Robinsons soundtrack called Little Wonders.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say.
The Carlos Santana
I
one?
thought you were gonna say Carlos Santana one.
Nah. When that song came out, I tried to find an instrumental version of that song so I didn't have to listen to fucking Rob Thomas. I could just listen to Carlos Santana play the guitar.
There you go.
Carlos Santana was a guitar god. I would fall down and worship him. I'd go to hell for it afterwards, but then I'd still do it anyway. 47, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, Good Vibrations. Really? 1991.
How are you gonna put Marky Mark ahead of Tupac? The hell is wrong, VH1?
What an excuse to get this guy down of his shorts, too. I mean, every time he performed that song, the girls would scream, he'd show his abs, and down came the pants. It's like, really?
And then he made Boogie Nights.
Kind of
Just saying.
sound like you were looking forward to that.
No, I hated it. I wanted to turn the channel, but faster than I could do
But
anything
you
else.
didn't.
No, I did. I wanted to throw the control to the TV. Hated that song. Like I said, how you...
I didn't mind the song for what it was at the time. It was bubblegummy pop hip-hop in an era of You Can't Touch This and Ice Ice Baby when that was dominating. And it was a catchy little ditty at the time. Not to be confused with P. Diddy. But hindsight 2020, I'm good.
Me too. Alrighty, moving on. Number 46, Shania Twain's You're Still the One. 1998.
We're getting the high sign from Jeff in the back here that he really likes this song.
Then
I
speak
know
on
he's
it,
a
Jeff.
Shania
Speak
Twain
on it.
fan, but
To hell with what the fans say. Speak!
before Jeff waxes philosophical here and gives his 2 cents, let me just say, as a guy that actually was a country music fan in the 90s, Shania Twain has got so many better songs that could be on the list except for this one. This was her big crossover country to pop song, just like Faith Hill did with Breathe a few years later, and now you got Carrie Underwood and Taylor Swift crossing over. But she's got so many other great songs in the 90s that I'm not a fan of this one being on the list.
I will agree with that. That was not her best, but definitely not her worst at all. That's a great love song, and I'll admit I was mushy in high school over this girl, and we had slang and whatever. But you're right. Boots, Who's Betting Boots Been Under, Any Man of Mine, Feel Like a Woman. All those songs could have definitely made the list more than this one, and they were all more country-driven songs.
And I'll even take you back to her first album that most people forget, with Dance with the One That Brought You and What Made You Say That.
True. Very true. But either way, Shania's the business.
Stat Boy approved. 45, Hootie and the Blowfishes, Only Wanna Be With You.
I just want to point out, you noticed that Bruce had nothing to say about Shania Twain. None.
Nothing. Anything about Hootie, or you want to move on? He tried country, and look where that got him.
Did he?
More
Actually-
successful than he was with Hootie and the
He's
Blowfish.
actually doing really well as a country artist.
Seriously.
I never got into Hootie and the Blowfish. Their music just bored the living crap out of me. It still does. I'm getting sleepy just talking about them.
Take a sip of your tasty beverage.
I'll wake you up.
But yeah, I never got into them. And these guys, they blew up too. They were selling out arenas in the 90s. And I mean,
one song?
No, they had more than one song, dude. They had Hold My Hand.
3 albums.
They had Hold My Hand, Let Her Cry, and Only Want to Be With You. All came in succession on the album, all released in succession as singles. Only Want to Be With You was the big one because all the cameos
one
they
of
had
the
in
most
videos.
successful bands of the decade. I just never got into them. I mean, but a lot of people did. And,
Personally, I loved Let Her Cry. That song was awesome to me.
Okay.
Agree to disagree, as we do often. Just
Put it in the comment box.
At least Bruce is speaking more than he did on the 2000s countdown.
I'm a little less angry this time. I don't know if that's. I don't know if if the people are going to be.
Because the songs in the 2000s were like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Everyone!
seriously, music just. I mean, between this countdown and the 2000 countdown, there was this like this intellectual downslide.
Seriously.
Seriously, it was like Snooki cloned herself 1 billion times, and they all bought music in the 2000s. So yeah, I mean, music just got fucking dumb. I mean, just horribly stupid.
Okay. 44, the Fugees with Killing Me Softly with his song.
And this is why I can't be angry with this countdown, because you have stuff like the Fugees on it. Oh, Lauryn Hill. My sweet chocolate racist Lauryn Hill. Everybody knows that girl is racist as hell, but she can sing.
You mean the sweet little girl from Sister Act 2?
Yes.
Who's she racist towards? Or wait, no, who isn't she racist towards then?
I don't really know. I just know that she's... I just know she is. But
No, you just know she is.
You know what? I loved the Fugees back in the day. I wish they could, make a huge comeback and be as big as they were in 1996 when this came out, but unfortunately times and music have changed too drastically for that.
It's really unfortunate because music needs groups like the Fugees to come back, because, if you have the Fugees from back in the day and you compare them with Lil Wayne now, seriously, Lil Wayne, just the very existence of Lil Wayne makes me support abortion. Swear to God.
Damn.
Yeah, I said it.
Wow, he's 2 for 2.
I said it. Fuck you, Lil Wayne. You no talent bastard.
Alrighty then.
Yes, I'm getting angry.
I'll calm him down. 43, In Vogue with...
You ain't calming a motherfucker down.
Now he's getting excited for us. Now it's not anger, it's...
Hey, baby.
1992, My Lovin' You're Never Gonna Get It.
Oh, God.
Which one of the members of In Vogue was the hottest?
All of them.
You gotta
That's like saying, that's like asking a parent which one of their kids they love the most.
Sometimes you'll get a straight answer out of one. The correct answer is, I love my children equally.
You know what?
But sometimes they'll say, I love this one more than the other.
This show is no place to revisit your family history, bro. Let's just keep
Seriously.
talking about the music. Yeah, I said it. 3 for 3, bitches. I'm in it to win it, motherfuckers. That's right.
Damn. Alright. Love In Vogue. Love that song.
In Vogue, Jesus. What's not to like? Like Spanish language TV. Just turn down the sound and watch them. Oh, God. Why aren't there women like that anymore?
Because we're in the 2010s.
Would you like a moment, Bruce? Can you tell me?
I think I would.
Yeah.
Can we cut for
Bathroom right there on the studio. Right there. Bathroom is right there on the studio wall. There you go. It is right there.
Oh, wow.
It's better if you think about that and you look over there. There's inspiration on the wall, too.
I was going to ask you if I could take that picture with me.
Right?
You might not want it. You might not want it back afterwards.
That's his little sister, man.
The opinions of this show are always that way approved.
Yeah, well, if that was the case, you'd have a niece or a nephew on the way.
Oh!
I do have a niece and a nephew, by the way.
42.
Exactly. I just stop those brakes faster than anything, and I just move them forward. I don't.
Number 42.
Yeah, with a big glass of what the fuck are you talking about?
Even I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Collective Soul with Shine.
From 1994. Who's Collective Soul again?
I don't even remember that song.
Me neither.
Oh. Brother, let your light shine.
Yeah, okay. Fuck you for reminding me of that song. I hate that song. No, I'm kidding. I don't hate it.
I love that song. That song was so good.
Collective Soul was actually a really good band, and they should still be around. They really should.
Lord, I apologize for my horrid singing. I hope Santa still brings me some good presents.
Lump of coal. Over.
For him? Nah.
I'm gonna bring you some Sucrets in a songbook you no talent had.
Okay, at least I knew what the fuck I'm really talking about.
Lil Wayne, you ain't got shit to worry about.
Oh!
No,
bro.
I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. I'm kidding.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Collective Soul Shine was a good song, though. I'm glad it made its way on the countdown, although I'm not sure it should be as high as it is.
Yeah, it should be lower. Definitely. There's no way the Collective Soul should have been above Alice in Chains, Tupac, and yeah, it should not have been that high.
Right. All right, the last one of this part. And we end off with the Spin Doctors with Two Princes, number 41 from 1993.
This is another really catchy rock pop song back in the day. I loved the look of the band. I liked the sound, and I wish they could have gone past the 2 hits that they had.
Yeah.
And the other hit being?
Little Miss Can't Be Wrong.
I like the Spin Doctors. The whole album was really good. Pocket Full of Kryptonite was an awesome album, a lot of fun to listen to. They always look so dirty though.
Yeah, they looked grungy.
They look like, yeah, they should have called themselves like Occupy Spin Doctors or something. I love your message, occupiers, but khakis and a polo shirt and a shower goes a very long way. Just saying.
Just saying.
Well, but this is in the smelling pepper spray now.
This is another one I'm surprised it's as high as it is.
Yeah.
Because as great a song, as catchy of a song as it was, does it deserve to be higher than...
No.
We talked about in this part alone.
Anything? No, it doesn't. It does not deserve to be that high. As good a song, as fun a song as it was, doesn't deserve to be that high. No.
All right. Okay, number 40. Color Me Bad. I Want to Sex You Up.
Maybe the next 39 will be better.
Damn.
That's so wrong.
Thank you, Color Me Bad, for trying, but you broke the top 40.
Oh my
I Want to
God.
Sex You Up was a good song. It came off of their debut album and the New Jack City soundtrack. They had a few other hits, Thinking Back, I Adore Me More. They were a good novelty group, but the problem with Color Me Bad, and I will remember this to this day, is Beavis and Butthead watching them and making fun of the video. Because every member of the band looked like somebody else in pop music. There was like, the lead singer had like the Snow Vanilla Ice hair. Then one of the backup singers in the band looked like George Michael.
Ooh.
Another one of the dudes looked like Kenny G with the long curly wavy hair.
Kenny G.
And then you had the token black dude with the braids who they said looked like either Millie or Vanilli.
But we can't tell which one.
And I will remember that to this day because just like, you're kind of joking about me and Weird Al earlier. It's like, just like you're made when Weird Al covers you, I think you're dead when Beavis and Butthead rip you to shit.
Wow.
When they pointed that out about how each one of them looked like somebody else in music.
Beavis and Butthead have been the kiss of death for many a band and group.
Just look at Winger.
Winger, exactly.
But when Beavis and Butthead pointed out the fact that each one of them looked like another person who, all except for George Michael and Vanilla Ice, had failed careers, they were dead on arrival right there.
Moving on. 39, Goo Goo Dolls, Iris.
Maybe the next 38 will be better.
Oh! Damn! Iris was okay. I had no problem with it. I mean, it was good enough to go on the City of Angels soundtrack, That's how
I've still never seen that movie. But they played the shit out of that video when it came out. And it's another one of those that Newfound Glory did on their Screen to the Stereo Part 2 album.
I thought Name was the song that Goo Goo Dolls did on the City of Angels soundtrack.
Nope, Iris.
Was it Iris? Okay. I only bought that soundtrack for the Alanis Morissette song, so...
Okay.
38, Christina Aguilera's Genie in a Bottle.
Maybe the next 37 songs.
Better.
It was her debut, She entered the pop teeny world, the whole Christina versus Britney feud.
Was it really a feud?
Before they got on stage with Madonna, yes.
I think it was just something drawn up by the media. Here's these two girls that came from the Mickey Mouse Club that got into pop music with their debut albums around the same time. It was both blonde hair. It was all...
You can't say both could sing. You can't say that.
They're both. It was just something that was drawn up by the media, just like the media is what blew the whole East Coast West Coast thing out of proportion.
Yeah, except for that whole thing of niggas shooting each other.
And Christina can sing.
Christina can sing. She just can't.
I thought she was gonna say Christina can shoot.
Christina can sing. She just can't remember the words of the Star Spangled Banner.
There you go,
dude. Everybody messes up that song at some time or another. I mean, not that it's something that you should mess up and be excused for. I mean, you didn't mess up the national anthem, but
that was my one attempt at a shot.
If it came down to it, Christina every time. She has a phenomenal voice, and I like Christina Aguilera.
Yeah. 37, Green Day's Good Riddance. I hope you have the time of your life. Or just time of your life, excuse me.
I'm really surprised that nothing from Dookie was on this countdown.
Thank you. Here we go again with that.
Really surprised by that, because they released, 5 singles from that album? 5 or 6?
Basket Case, Long View, Welcome to Paradise, When I Come Around. That's 4.
Yeah, maybe they only released those 4. I thought it was more of them, but really surprised that nothing from Dookie is on this countdown.
It's another one of those. It was their big hit. That's the one that crossed all kind of boundaries.
That's true.
And took them from the punk world into the pop world.
Right.
I mean, now that song is heard at proms and graduations and
births.
You know,
quinceañeras. I always say that when I say goodbye to somebody, I write, good riddance, I hope you have the time of your life. Then some people, why do you hate this guy? It's like, I don't hate him, it's just the title of the song. I hope you have the time of your life.
The whole implications of good riddance.
Yeah, you say
good riddance is usually like, fuck out of here, piss off.
So then you put the parentheses in there and you're fine. 36, CNC Music Factory's Gonna Make You Sweat, Everybody Dance Now, 1991. I guess the next 35 songs will be better.
Good God.
See, I have to say.
I thought I was really looking forward to this, and then all of a sudden, it's just something I thought I was gonna have a lot more fun with this.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I'm thinking the ones that were lower than the ones we're doing now. Bruce is like, why weren't they higher?
Yeah.
This crap.
Yeah. There's a bunch of those that I feel that way about too.
Take the bottom half and switch with the top half.
So far,
CNC Music Factory, I didn't really have anything against. They were a good little novelty act. Clavillis and Cole, super producers behind like Janet Jackson and Michael Jackson and all of those type of people back in the late 80s, early 90s. And they decided to make their own little spin-off group, Freedom Williams the rapper. I think Freedom Williams is actually an underrated MC. He had some good flow. He's no Tupac by any means,
oh my
but
God, Freedom Williams wanted to be Ice-T so bad.
I'll give you that.
Seriously, he wanted to be Ice-T so bad, he laid down in his bed and cried at night. It's like a security guard who can't make it as a police officer. Oh, if only I could pass the exam, please. No, Freedom, you didn't pass. And you don't collect $200. Well, $200 is probably all you have left in your bank account at this point.
Damn.
Your broke ass.
What do you think?
He is a broke ass.
Yeah.
Comments on this one, folks. I want to see this. 35, Oasis's Wonderwall.
Wonderwall.
What did I say?
Waterwall.
Did I say Waterwall?
I think you were getting Waterworld in there for some reason.
Waterworld, Wonderwall.
Waterworld belongs on no list of anything good ever.
Yeah, seriously.
Anyway.
Not even at the park?
Oasis, Wonderwall.
Awesome band.
Awesome band, awesome song. Once again, think it should be Champagne Supernova.
There you go.
Personally, I think that song is a lot better.
I like how all of their songs sound like alcoholic drinks. I like that.
It's like, yeah, what can I get you? Let me get a Champagne Supernova on the rocks.
And a Wonderwall.
With a Wonderwall after it,
and a Wonderwall to chase it.
will have a Wonderwall.
And then you'll ask,
do you know what I mean?
And you ask, what's the story, Morning Glory? Give me a Morning Glory. There you go. How about that? I tried, okay? Give me something on that one.
Yeah, you tried and you choked. Are you going to walk away and stumble? Oh, wait, that was the 2000s. Never mind.
This is becoming painful. It really is.
34.
Did you get it?
I bet they're all looking at their commercial like, what's going on? Okay. Commercial, computer. What the fuck, man? 34. Third Eye Blind, Semi-Charmed Life. 1997.
I forget the singer's name. What was his name? Stephen Perkins? Oh, Stephen Perkins is in Jane's Addiction. No. I forget his name, but that was... I will always remember him not for his music, but for the fact that he dated Charlize Theron and cheated on her.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, seriously.
I was never a big fan of Charlize Theron, so, you know.
Why would you? I'm looking that up for you right now.
So is Jeff. Jeff is being interim stat boy.
Stephen Jenkins?
Jenkins, that's his name. Yeah, that's fine.
Don't fuck with Stat Boy. I got it faster than you did, pal. I'm Stat Boy, and I...
Yeah, that's what he said to every woman he's ever been with.
It's only been...
Alright, Bruce, I think you're going to want to get up and walk off on this one.
Do I feel the urge?
Yeah, I think you do.
Spice Girls Wannabe.
Later.
Bye. 1997.
I'm
Number 33.
Scary Spice. So yummy. Why does sister gotta be Scary Spice, though? That's what I want to know. But anyway, don't nobody need to answer that. Shut up. But yeah, Mel B. Oh God, that's a fucking woman right there.
The one thing I remember about the Spice Girls Wannabe video is the fact that we've said this about a couple others. There's like softcore porn on MTV.
Seriously, it was like
freaking. There was some serious nipplage.
Yeah, there's 5 girls in the group, so that means like 10 nipples sticking out of.
4 of them sticking out more prominently than the other 6.
Yeah,
it's true.
So that means one chick only had 1 nipple sticking out.
No.
4 and 6 is 10.
4 and 6 is 10. Do I have to spell this out? 5 girls, 2 each.
Yeah.
4, 6, 2 and 3, 5. It all adds up.
Okay. Apparently my caffeine's wearing off. Sorry.
I think we need to get him a Mountain Dew in the middle of the next break here.
Yeah, but Mel B. Yeah.
I like.
Again, I think Wannabe was on the list because it was their big breakout song, but I would have picked Say You'll Be There or Two Become One.
You actually know their song titles?
God damn it, JJ.
Don't look
This
at
man used
me!
to play them on the radio station.
Alright, that's cool. I forget.
You've known me forever
As
and
his
a day.
co-host, I actually had to sit there and suffer through them and make song logs of all the songs we had played that we'd turn them in.
But here's the thing. They didn't want us to play Wannabe. They wanted to play all the other tracks. Bruce, knock it off, okay? Come on. You've known me for damn near 20 years. I am not gay.
He also has Ricky Martin in his library.
I do not. No thanks to you. You were the one that. No, you were the one that. I may have asked for it, but you were dumb enough to buy it for me. Okay.
The only thing that this has proven to me is that you're both gay. And the only thing that needs to be solved now is which one's the top and which one's the bottom. I have an idea of it.
Neither. He has a kid, my niece.
Your goddaughter.
Yeah.
You guys are actually sitting here defending yourselves. Wow.
Damn right.
Because there's people out there that are going to take this shit seriously.
I need to.
You need a drink.
And that's their whole problem right there. They're taking this shit seriously.
Alright, number 32.
Black Streets, No Diggity.
Featuring Dr. Dre and the debut of Queen Pen.
I like the way you work it. No diggity.
He says that to his man.
No Diggity was an awesome video, awesome song. They took the whole Little Penny concept from the commercials with the little marionette dolls and brought that into the video as one of them was a Teddy Riley, and I forget the other guy in Blackstreet that they made the other one for. But it was a great video. It's one of Dr. Dre's first songs after leaving Death Row, I believe, that he did.
Teddy Riley, Chauncey Hannibal.
There you go, Chauncey.
2 for 2.
Could just, host a show and let somebody else do the work for you, but,
I do my own work.
But I like Blackstreet. That was a good song, good video, and it definitely deserved to be in the top 40.
31, Radiohead's Creep.
There we go.
Bruce is back.
I'm back. Suddenly don't have to pee anymore.
You roll on the next one, I'll tell you that.
You think you can hold it till the next break?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe after this.
As long as we don't have any more Spice Girls?
Yeah, no more Spice Girls. Unless it's like Mel B, then I'm
Oh, crap.
Then I'm good. Oh, wait, there's more Spice Girls?
No, but after this, we're going to have a triple play that I think you're going to be gone for a
Well, I
while.
think we're all going to have to go after this.
The
Go ahead,
Radiohead's
focus
Creep.
on Radiohead first.
Okay, Radiohead. Creep.
What I remember most about the song Creep from Radiohead is the guitar that kicks in right before the chorus.
Mhm.
It's like you've got this nice, soft, melodic tone singing, and then out of nowhere you just got this and then it really picks up and starts wailing there in the chorus.
Yeah. Awesome song. That just...
Have you heard Chino XL's cover?
I have.
What do you think about
It's
that?
actually pretty good. I like it. Yeah, I'm a big Radiohead fan. Not in the music snob kind of way, like, what? You don't like Radiohead? But yeah, I like Radiohead a lot. Pablo Honey, one of the best albums in the 90s, I think. And they've just been kicking a bunch of ass ever since.
Alright, I think we're going to lose Bruce here for 3 songs, so Jeff may want to get a 2-shot ready here.
Number 30, NSYNC, Tearing Up My Heart.
Oh, sweet God almighty.
This is one of the best songs of the 1990s.
Yeah.
It's in the top 30.
Is it NSYNC's only song out of curiosity on the
Yes.
countdown? Because that...
This
wow.
is pretty much the rest of it. I mean, with the exception of a couple features and a couple, you know, this person with this, everybody has their own
One song.
Because
somebody out there would probably argue that, like, Bye 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 was better. Would you?
2000s.
2000s.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay. Never mind.
Lucky for us, NSYNC only had one album come out before
2000.
the turn of the next century.
That's why it's only one song on there. Okay, very good. All right.
Although, and I'm probably going to lose cool points here for even knowing this,
You've already lost them, don't worry.
but if they were going to put an NSYNC song off of their first album, I think it should have been God Must Have Spent a Little More Time on You.
Never heard that one.
Specifically the duet version they did with Alabama. I think that was a great song and
You've lost
version of it.
Bruce, because you had NSYNC with a country artist, the country, so you.
I
totally lost Bruce
know,
over
but
there.
it's one of those songs that, you know, kind of like All for One and John Michael Montgomery. We had the pop version, you had the country version, but then they were actually smart enough to where they did a duet version too.
Music like that just needs to fucking die.
Slow and painful or quick and torturous?
Slow, painfully medieval, just, yeah.
On the rack with the Chinese wire torture.
Yeah.
No, you can't just chop off the head.
Dragging the guts out through their navel type shit.
Braveheart.
Alright, while we're talking about slow, painful, medieval deaths, number 29, Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby.
It's not the same song. There's one little beat left in there. That's what the problem is. Really there, Rob? Yeah, I used your real name. Rob Winkle.
Robert Van Winkle.
I didn't want to use his middle, yeah.
Oh, God.
Moving on. Okay, go ahead.
I've got to do, maybe it's just the whole, you know, DJ part of me coming out. Everyone can give Ice Ice Baby shit now. But with the exception of maybe Bruce here on the end, I defy you to find me somebody that when that song first came out did not like it.
Jeff Meacham
That
was raising his
song
hand.
was very, very popular, very, very hot, and everybody was flocking to it.
Yeah, you know, the entire world knows what AIDS is, too, but you wouldn't want your daughter bringing that shit home.
Ooh.
I was a fan of Queen when I was growing up, so just hearing that, I was like, hey!
Exactly.
Touche, but it's very, very in vogue, if you will, to make fun of Ice Ice Baby today. But back then, when it first came out, everybody was on the Ice bandwagon until he started getting out there giving interviews, and the PR release that his record company sent out and his answers in interviews weren't matching up, and everyone was like going, wait a minute here. That's when everything started to turn on ice.
Yeah, I disliked him that much that I was pissed he was part of the Turtles movie. I was like, seriously?
Yeah.
You're my fucking Turtle. Get the fuck out of here!
Ninja rap.
Seriously.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Go, go, go.
Okay, what's
Go
the
ahead.
first song?
What's number 28, Mike?
Ricky Martin's Livin' La Vida Loca.
Oh, fuck. Where's the door?
God. What the hell did I ever do to you?
And just remember, you actually got the list sent to you.
You
So
should
you knew what was in store.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprising anything in this list. I wanted to, but you should have prepared. Ricky Martin, thanks for coming.
Prepared for what? It's not like I could stop this shit from happening.
Yeah. We had no say in what the top 100 were. VH1 and their music experts did. The same music experts that thought it was a good idea to give Flavor Flav and Bret Michaels TV shows.
No, that was a great idea, actually.
Brett more than Flavor Flav.
Please.
Bret Michaels is way cooler than Flavor Flav.
Y'all about to give God,
But
both of y'all.
Flavor Flav is a freak show, though. That makes for better ratings. If all of the kids on Jersey Shore were Rhodes Scholars, do you think anybody would give a shit about them?
Do they even know what school is?
I think Snooki got fucked behind a bleacher one time.
Yeah, somebody must have lost a bet.
Yeah.
27, Counting Crows, Mr. Jones.
I like Counting Crows.
Okay. There we go. We're starting to get back into some music that Bruce and I can actually talk about here.
Mr. Jones.
I like Long
Mr. Jones is
December
an
a lot
awesome song.
better.
August and Everything After is an awesome album.
It is. It is. Long December. by
I
far
really
my
like Round
favorite.
Here on that too.
Yeah.
Round Here's a good one.
Yeah.
You go one more? All
I think we
right.
can give one more in here.
26, Eminem's My Name Is.
Hi!
My name is what? Debut album, Marshall Mathers LP, yes?
Debut commercial album, yes.
Not the underground stuff.
Yeah, he had Infinite out on the underground prior to that. But My Name Is was his big Aftermath debut. My Name Is his big kickoff single.
Hi kids, do you like violence?
I like me some Eminem, but I could have picked a couple other songs off his album that were better.
Like?
Like Guilty Conscience.
Okay, next on the list. Number 25, Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun.
Finally.
Black Hole Sun.
Finally, a song that I can get excited about
Wash away the pain.
until now.
Until Mikey kept singing it.
Yeah,
Super Unknown was an awesome album.
it was. Just,
It's funny, when it first came out, Black Hole Sun was like my jam. But then I listened to like the whole album, and for some reason, like My Wave is my shit now. Like even
4th
more
of
so than
July
Black Hole
is my
Sun.
favorite one. Just, wow. Why don't bands like Soundgarden exist? Well, Soundgarden actually does exist. They still exist. I mean,
I was gonna say they just got back together
they
not
just
that
got
long
back
ago,
together, but
after
I mean,
the long breakup.
just so many great bands from that era. I mean, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Alice in Chains,
Faith No More.
Faith No More. Just so many great bands that aren't around anymore, and now we're stuck with crap like Fall Out Boy and 30 Seconds to Mars,
Maroon 5.
Maroon 5, and
Red Jumpsuit Apparatus.
whatever the hell that is.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Why don't we have bands like Soundgarden anymore?
Because the youth of America couldn't fucking hang with them anymore.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Well, I mean, obviously there are some exceptions, but yeah, I miss bands like that. Being able to turn on the radio and hear Soundgarden or hear Alice in Chains. I miss that so much, man.
24, House of Pains.
Jump
Around. Lost my screen there for a second. 1992. They were Irish, yes?
Of Irish descent, I think.
Irish
They're from
descent,
Boston.
From Boston.
They're Irish, right?
Not everybody from Boston is Irish.
Really? Okay.
That's like saying...
It's like saying everybody from Boston is Irish. It's fucking stupid.
Okay. So I'm glad that Bruce jumped in there before I could open my mouth and insert foot.
I do that on a daily basis. So
Yeah, but I'm not you, so people actually look at me as some kind of intellectual.
You know, people look at me and they see, oh, he's got a job. Oh.
Oh.
You want to play that
wow.
game? You
oh my God.
Play that game? I can play that too, brother.
Oh. Damn.
You know I love you, Gilly.
I love you too, but
man.
All right, come on.
Wow.
That's look up shit,
look at that.
If the J steps up, I'm smacking the hoe.
He gonna cry. He gonna
oh man!
Take a job off the ground.
House of Pain, unfortunately, was another one-hit wonder band. They had another track on that album, which I think's a little bit better than Jump Around, but it just didn't do as good radio-wise, and that's Shamrocks and Shenanigans. The Butch Vig mix, specifically.
Yeah, I like that song.
Oh, and that's not Irish?
But, of course, Everlast ended up breaking off a House of Pain, forming himself into his alter ego, Whitey Ford. Whitey Ford sings the blues. DJ Lethal from House of Pain became the DJ for Limp Bizkit. You know, so even though they may not still be together, they're still definitely out there in their own ways.
Alright. 23. Salt and Pepper with In Vogue. What a man. In Vogue. In Vogue.
In Vogue and Salt and Pepper. Damn.
Pepper in the tub.
Track. Oh,
I was going to say, yeah, Pepper in the bathtub. That was kind of hot.
Oh, Jesus.
Salt with the low and the Daisy Duke shorts. Was Spinderella featured in there too?
Yeah, that's the only song I can think of that Spinderella was actually on.
Wow. That's just a whole lot of sexy in that fucking video.
Yes, it was.
8 beautiful girls.
Man.
Or 7.
For the 90s and Salt and Pepper, not sure if I'd have gone with this song, but I definitely approve it. You know, because you had their Black's Magic album with Let's Talk About Sex, and then you had Shoop off of the same album as this one, and then you had Champagne and Giddy Up come out later in the 90s. So, you know, None of Your Business.
That was a good song.
Great Salt and Pepper tracks that may or may not be considered better than this one. What do y'all think? Let us know.
We're coming close down to the end now. 22. Beck's Loser. That's my theme song. And I could probably say it.
Easy.
Yeah, way too easy.
Too easy.
Hey, you even did that to me on the radio with the Beatles, so, you know, it's no big thing.
I did it with I'm a Loser, though.
Same thing. We both loser, you know. But I'm a loser with all the cool people on YouTube because apparently they like me so much.
I'm so gonna need some Jack Daniels when this day is over. I'm gonna go home and drink myself stupid.
And listen to some of these songs?
And probably not.
At least the good ones, right?
Yeah.
Soundgarden, Alice in Chains.
Soundgarden, Alice in Chains.
And now Beck.
Beck, yeah.
I don't got anything bad to say about Beck.
I love that song.
It's a great song.
And last on the list, number 21, Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On.
Oh, God.
Unfortunately, this list...
I think I need some Jack Daniels right now. Seriously.
Celine, we know you can sing. We get that, but the
I got so sick of that song. I really did.
I think everybody with a penis got sick of that song. And everybody with a vagina got wet at that song. Because it made them think of Jack and Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I still haven't even sat through the fucking movie. And I'll usually sit through anything where Leonardo DiCaprio dies.
I have.
But I know the fucking story of this movie. I don't need to sit through 3.5 hours of a love story until an iceberg hits the boat and they fucking start sinking.
I had to sit through the movie. I had a girlfriend at the time. So.
Did you at least get laid afterwards?
Yeah, I did. But...
Okay, I was going to say, because if you sat through it and didn't even get some afterwards, it was a waste of 3 hours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if I told you who it was, you'd understand me saying it wasn't worth it.
Maybe so, but viewers don't need to know.
Yeah,
No.
they don't.
And how are we going to start this, Stat Boy?
I'd rather go back to the table, actually, because we're starting off with Hanson. Do I have to say it anyway?
Not so epic, apparently.
Bop. 1997. I'd rather say, I want my turkey dinner.
The best thing about this song, if there is such thing as a best thing, the best thing about this song is the Young Bucks using this as their entrance theme. Because they look like the Hanson boys all grown up.
Especially Nick.
This song was annoying.
Yes. Like I say, I'd rather have my mashed potatoes.
Like Bill Engvall said, I want to bop that thing in the garbage disposal.
Well said, Mr. Ringvall. Okay, let's move on
So is
quickly.
this the part where I'm supposed to say
No,
something?
you don't have. No, your expression speaks volumes.
Okay.
Should we do another Keanu Reeves interpretation of Mbop?
For those of you without the benefit of flash photography.
Right? I'll actually put my tasty beverage down for this one, since we are, top 20 status.
Why we encourage him, I don't know.
He's our brother. That's why we have to. We're bound by the laws of brotherhood. Okay.
That about says it.
19. Beastie Boys Sabotage.
And we're coming back.
Thank goodness.
Much better.
Awesome video. Great song. The mustaches alone are worth the time it takes to watch the video.
Another Spike Jones video.
Another
if I'm
Spike
not
Jones
mistaken.
video. You're right. You're right.
Kudos to you, Mr. Spike Jones.
Spike Jones, you are...
Spike Jones! Spike Jones!
Wow.
That was a very good Spike Jones
Wow.
impression. Very good.
That's not Spike Jones, but Bruce gets it.
Yeah, I get it.
He gets it. That's good.
Do y'all get it?
Comment on it if you do.
If you don't, you will.
Stat Boy, you
will.
sound like you're fishing for comments here.
Hey,
Is that what you're doing?
they're
Are you
gonna comment
trying
whether you
to
want-
initiate intelligent discussions on your videos?
This is an intelligent discussion?
Intelligent discussions on YouTube.
Really?
Really?
Really? We're not fighting this over. Nuh-uh. That's for another episode.
Okay.
18. Metallica's Enter Sandman. 1991.
It's one of those guitar riffs I was talking about.
Is that song really 20 years old?
Yeah, it is. It came out. Their album was
Can you
released in
believe it?
1991.
Damn. I'm gonna go get my walker and go walk down the street for some freaking old people foods. Fuck, dude, I feel old now. 91.
That was
God.
a great
That's
album, great experience. I have so many great memories attached to that album. Actually standing in line to get my copy of the Black Album, and I'm seriously gonna date us with this one. When I bought it, I actually bought it on tape. But
Wow.
yeah, that's number one. Number two, when they sold CDs, they sold them in long boxes.
I remember
those?
that.
Remember those?
I do. Yes.
Yeah. So many great great memories. But that album, as great as it was to sit down and listen to a new Metallica album and see them getting finally mainstream acceptance, it really was the beginning of the end for Metallica as far as what we knew of them leading up to that point. They were definitely not the same band as far as as they were when, like, say, Master of Puppets or Kill 'Em All or And Justice for All or
Ride the Lightning.
Ride the Lightning. Just, I mean, they were definitely a different band, but it was kind of the double-edged sword as far as being a Metallica fan was concerned. Man, great album and just fucking good times going along with that.
Yeah.
Going along with that album.
I actually had a debate, argument, whatever you want to call it, with one of my ex-co-workers probably about a year ago over Enter Sandman and the Black Album, because me and him were discussing Metallica, and I told him that in my opinion the Black Album was the last great Metallica album that was released.
I think so. I definitely agree with that.
And he argued with me on that and said that And Justice for All was the last great album that released, because with the Black Album they essentially started selling out.
Yeah, but I mean, when you think about Metallica selling out, I as much as I hate to use that phrase when it comes to any band, especially a band that I like and a band that was so influential to me, if I were going to tag them as sellouts at any particular point, it would have been the Load album. No, I don't think so. I think they were still the Metallica that we knew. There was definitely a shift in their sound and their vibe and everything. They weren't. They left a lot of the thrash style metal alone. The songs were a lot slower and they were shorter too. And
more melodic.
Yeah, definitely more melodic, and a lot more. There was a lot more emphasis placed on the rhythm. Jason Newsted and Lars Ulrich actually played together as a rhythm section instead of Jason Newsted playing with the guitars. But no, I wouldn't say. I would say the Black Album was the last of their, that was the last one before the huge change in them and their sound came along.
Okay. You heard it here, folks.
That's just my opinion. I don't mean to, make it like I'm an authority on Metallica or anything, but it's just my opinion.
Well, I think if anything, people have started to sense through the 2000s when we did, and now through this one, that you're definitely the panelist of expertise as far as rock music goes, and I'm the panelist of expertise when it comes to more of the hip-hop stuff. So, your opinion on most of the rock stuff is going to be a lot more passionate and informative than mine is going to be a lot of the time, and vice versa when it comes to hip-hop.
Yeah, for sure. That's true.
17, Destiny's Child with Say My Name.
Shouldn't
I
you
be
be
so
saying
lucky.
my name, Beyonce? Isn't that how it's supposed to work? I make you say my name? Just throwing that out there.
Say my name,
Yeah,
say my
but
name. What is your name?
If it's good, it's mutual.
There you go. There you go. But she has to know how to do it right first.
You have to call each other's names out at the same time. That would be epic.
Sorry, Destiny's Child.
I mean, I like Destiny's Child, or at least I did back then.
Which version, the 4 or the 3?
Who cares? They're all fucking hot.
I actually preferred the original 4.
The 4-piece.
No.
The 4 from
rips
the
on the
debut
side.
album. Beyonce, Kelly, LaToya, and Latavia. Pre-Farrah, pre-Michelle.
Latavia. Isn't that the name of the country that Dr. Doom is?
That's right. Latvia.
It's yeah, that's it.
Spelled the same but pronounced differently.
I may be mispronouncing her name, but there was LaToya, and I believe it was Latavia was the 4th girl originally.
You're both right.
But I really liked that Destiny's Child when they first broke onto the scene, and actually that's the same foursome that did Say My Name.
It's actually
just by the time the video came around, the other two had already been replaced. So.
Good job. 16, MC Hammer's You Can't Touch This. 1990.
Rather touch Destiny's Child.
Yeah. MC Hammer higher than Destiny's Child? Really?
Hey, that song was everywhere, and it still is.
Hell yeah, that song was, I mean, literally everywhere. Like, in airports, in grocery stores, in the mall, in commercials.
Arenas.
That song became, that was literally one of the definitive songs of the 90s. Definitely was. And Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em was a great album.
This is another one of those.
A lot of fun to listen to.
This is another one of those songs that you can put on the party today, and you may not get the same response as you would with like OPP. You know, you'll get kind of a mixed reaction, but for the most part, people will still be like, you know what? I jammed to this back in the day. I'm going to go inside real quick, throw on my parachute pants, start breaking out the Cabbage Patch and the Running Man and the Kid and Play kick step, and we're just going to fucking get down to this.
Wow. Yeah, between the pants and the haircuts. And those big gold rimmed glasses. Good Lord.
Oh.
Wow.
Thank you, Hammer. 15, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Under the Bridge.
There we go.
1991.
Now, that is one of those songs that every guitar player should learn.
I'll give you that.
That's definitely one of those ones. I mean, I love that song. I love that song.
I love that album.
Yeah, great album.
Underrated. That's another one I believe that the album as a whole is 20 years old now.
Yeah, Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
Yes.
Yeah. Came out in 90 or 91, one of them.
So,
but
it's like, where does the time go? It seems like yesterday.
I so wish I could just get back in. I wish I could get in a time machine and just go back and just, you know, take about $500 and go back and just buy all that music again.
And you'll get a lot more out of that $500 then.
I know, right? Because some of those albums you can find now for like $8, $10, $5
but
it's
not so much about the price. It's about the
value.
experience of going to a record store and actually putting your money down on a counter and walking out with a CD and not...
Or the record.
Yeah, or
because we're talking about the 90s, you could still buy vinyl.
You could still buy vinyl back then. But
you got to go to swap meets and
on eBay
and
that
eBay,
kind of
you
shit.
know.
But just the experience of going to a record store and buying an album. God, I miss that
so much. How much
man.
were albums back then?
CDs are probably
not CDs. The actual vinyls. How much?
Albums were cheaper. The albums were about $10.
Were they? Okay.
10 to 15, and the CDs ran about 15 to 20 back in the day because it was still a new format.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Bring them back.
Yeah.
14.
Definitely.
Mariah Carey's Vision of Love, 1990.
Love me some Mariah Carey.
Pre-crazy Mariah Carey, who was just amazing.
This Mariah Carey is the Mariah Carey I fell in love with.
Absolutely.
I fell in love with her off of that album. Vision of Love, Love Takes Time, Someday, I Don't Want to Cry. And I was really riding with Mariah Carey all the way up until about the time she did Glitter.
I think a lot of people were.
And then she went crazy, and then she fell off. But you know what? Like one of those true comeback stories, she was able to dust herself off and come back, and she's just as big today as she was back here. I'm not sure if Vision of Love would be my choice for the countdown, though. I think that Hero was definitely her biggest song of the 90s. It is still her signature song to this day. Vision of Love was her debut single, so that's more than likely why it's on here. But Hero is still her signature song, and I think that one at least should be the one that's on the countdown.
Yeah. Mariah Carey was just amazing back then. I agree with everything you said. I was with her up until about where Glitter came along. Just amazing voice, just so phenomenally talented. And then she just, started doing songs with rappers and shit. So,
Yeah. 13, Dr. Dre featuring Snoop Doggy Dogg, Nothing But a G Thing, 1992. That song is almost 20 years old now, too.
Yeah, this song should be top 10 in my opinion. I'm glad that it's this high on the countdown, but it should definitely be the top 10 in my opinion. This song basically took hip-hop back for the West Coast. It had kind of shifted to the East Coast for a minute there with Public Enemy and some of that other stuff. Even Ice Cube was using Public Enemy's production squad, the Bomb Squad.
Was this Dre and Snoop's first collaboration?
No, it was not. Their first collaboration actually came from the Deep Cover soundtrack, and it was called Deep Cover. That was actually Dr. Dre introducing Snoop Doggy Dogg. I actually used to have the vinyl single back in the day.
I remember that.
And Dr. Dre to this day still hates the video for that. They had to basically trick him to get on the set because he didn't want to do a video for the song. But with it being Snoop's big debut, he was able to get tricked into coming to the set and convinced, and everything kind of spiraled from there. The Chronic is one of those definitive rap albums that even if you're not a rap fan, you know, I'm sure Bruce can admit that everybody should at least own The Chronic.
I can definitely attest to that. That was, you
know, everything from start to finish on that album is just tremendous.
Yeah.
Number 12, Alanis Morissette's You Oughta Know. 1995.
Who would have thought that a song about Dave Coulier would be so popular?
Wow. Done by a chick from You Can't Do That on Television.
There you go.
I love that show. Great show. Great song. And, like I said, the title explains itself. You ought to know. Because if you don't...
Yeah, but the lyrics...
The lyrics are
those are some of the most gangsta-ass lyrics I've ever... Every time I scratch my nails down someone else's back, I hope you feel it. Damn! For real? You hate that motherfucker like that? Oh my god! Of course then, you know, it's Dave Coulier, and he really is easy to hate. Yeah.
Like I said, he hasn't done anything.
He wasn't doing shit when he was popular.
Yes, he was.
He was fucking Dave Coulier. That in and of itself is a punchline.
Damn. That's wrong, because back when he was hot...
Yeah, on Full House, that's it?
Full House, you had America's Funniest People...
No, America's Funniest People does not count. That was just I'm trying to get out of Bob Saget's shadow.
By copying Bob Saget. Trying to get out of his shadow? Bruce is walking out, folks. Don't forget the picture of Lucky.
Dave Coulier, you suck.
Damn.
You always have. You have never been funny. I've had things lanced with needles that have been more entertaining than Dave Coulier's brand of comedy.
Damn. My God.
I think it's pretty safe to assume that I'm not a Dave Coulier fan.
Alrighty.
But
right along?
I am an Alanis Morissette fan.
I like what he did there.
Alanis Morissette is bomb. Always has been. Still is to this day.
And if you don't have that album, go buy it.
Go buy it. At least give it a good listen. I mean, there are some really, really good songs on that album. Even the stuff that didn't get released on the radio. Just an amazing album. Great album. And Dave Coulier still sucks.
Number 11, Pearl Jam's Jeremy, 1991.
There we go.
Which is the lowest on the... Oh, no, it's not. Second lowest on the charts. It only reached number 79 in the top 100.
How the fuck did that happen?
How did that happen? Exactly. 10 is such a great album.
You know what? I think the video was too real for people.
I think it was. For real.
Considering that song and that video were based off of an actual news article, I think that song and that video hit way too close to home for people, and they didn't dig it.
But you know what? That's what real art is supposed to do. It's supposed to make people think. It's supposed to make people talk. That just... Oh my God! It's an amazing song from
an amazing band.
Great album from one of the best bands in rock music, not only today but really ever. Just the fact that they were born from tragedy. You know, of course, you know, everybody. Hopefully, you guys know. Pearl Jam was the product of. The death of Andrew Wood, who sang for a band called Mother Love Bone. And yes, I know about Temple of the Dog. I know that was about Andrew Wood too, so calm down. I mean, just a fucking amazing band. That was one of those albums that from beginning to end, all good stuff.
Yeah. I agree with you there.
Alright, we've broken into the top 10. Remember our rule. If it didn't hit number 1, it shouldn't be in the top 10. 7 of the following songs did. 3 did not. Number 10, Sinead O'Connor, Nothing Compares to You, 1990.
That, it is a great song. You know, I never was the biggest Sinead O'Connor fan, and that song affected me differently depending on what mood I was in. If I was just in a real pissed off mood, fuck, get this bitch off my TV. I want to see her crying.
Exactly.
And when, you know, I was in a real good mood and the song came off, it was like, you know, that really is a beautiful song at the end of the day.
It's one of those songs that just pulls your heart out of your chest and shows it to you. Cause
like a Mortal Kombat fatality.
90s. 90s.
I would say a little more compassionately than that.
Oh, okay.
If Sub-Zero was, well, no, that was Kano, actually.
Kano.
If Kano was feeling really emo that day, you'd pull your heart out and go, oh, dude, I'm sorry. That wasn't very polite of me to do that. But,
Here, I'll put it back.
but yeah, I mean, that's one of those songs that everybody who hears it can relate to at some point or another in their life.
Yeah.
I mean,
And big shout out to Prince for writing that song. A lot of people forget that was a Prince song.
Big shout out to Prince for fucking even existing. I mean, seriously.
Touche.
But yeah, just amazing song, and Sinead O'Connor is just, I mean, just has such an amazing voice. I love that song.
Correction on myself here. 6 out of the top 10 only reached number 1, not 7. This being the first. Number 9, REM's Losing My Religion, 1991, only reached number 4. Did not reach number 1.
Another tremendous song from REM. That was an awesome album.
It really was.
Out of Time was. I believe that album is also now 20 years old this year. Great song. Helped elevate REM to the commercial landscape. But it's another one of those, and I might get crap from you guys out there in internet land, but I think it should be Everybody Hurts.
Yep.
I think that song has become more of their signature 90s song, and that song should be the one represented on the countdown over Losing My Religion.
I would agree with that.
Yep. Number 8. This did reach number 1. TLC's Waterfalls from 1994.
Love TLC.
Absolutely.
Love Crazy Sexy Cool. Love and miss Left Eye.
Absolutely.
You want to talk about a crazy broad.
Oh my God.
Left Eye was a crazy broad. That bitch done burnt her house down.
You watching the news? You watching the news? That was a beautiful house too. I mean, damn.
Hey, that's just one of those girls. Fucked with her the wrong way, and she was coming to get you.
You don't put your hands on a woman like Left Eye, because you did not piss off a Puerto Rican and live to tell about it.
And all she wanted
Andre
to do...
Rison was about to get got.
All she wanted to do was screw with his shoes, and look what happened.
Yep. She went to go burn his shoes and ended up burning the house.
Burning the house. You do not fuck with a girl like Left Eye. She will get in that ass.
At least she didn't go the Lorena Bobbitt route.
I think he would have rather her gone the Lorena Bobbitt route.
You sew that mess back on, man. Freaking.
He said, I can salvage the junk, but my shoes, for real? That's some collector era Jordans in that motherfucker. No, like 5 pairs of these in the world, and I had 4 of them.
No football salary in the world could compare to bringing back those shoes.
Man,
your house.
You just don't mess with a girl like Left Eye. I think that's the moral of the story here. Do not fuck with a Puerto Rican woman, because she will kill you. You don't want to fuck with Left Eye, because Left Eye will fucking kill you.
That was good. I love that.
Oh man, I miss that group so much. I really do. They were just, man, such a great group.
Between TLC, Salt and Pepper, and En Vogue.
Oh my God,
there's just so many.
That was
memories.
A great decade to be a teenager. I'm telling you, it really was. That shit was like porn. Seriously, it was like porn. All you needed was a dude coming to the door asking like, hey, did somebody order a pizza? That's pretty much all you needed.
Number 7.
I don't know how I'm going to tip you.
I have the tip for you, ma'am.
Either that or like a bad techno point.
Okay.
Wow, I think I just told y'all a lot more about myself than you ever wanted to know.
Alright.
Number
man.
7. It did reach number 1, but
Tampon. I just halted the production of the entire show with that.
the cameraman is out. The host is out. So that started.
You know what? If he was wearing a metal mask, he'd have chinky eyes of Doctor Doom.
Oh! I like that you did that. Alright, what do we got next, Stat Boy?
Oxygen tank. Number 7.
Who were they?
I don't know. I'm gonna
he was asking for
Oh, that's number 1.
Oh.
Number 7. Britney Spears, Baby One More Time.
Can we
Next.
talk about oxygen
Yes,
tanks some more?
yes. Teeny Bopper, Mickey Mouse Club, Britney Spears. Yeah.
Still had real boobs.
I hate Britney Spears. I really, really fucking hate Britney Spears.
I'm probably going to catch crap from this, but I really didn't mind her for this album.
What?
I don't know what it was, but
It was the schoolgirl get-up, wasn't it?
maybe it was the schoolgirl get-up, but this song I'm not even a huge fan of. Her follow-up is what I like the most sometimes.
Oh yeah,
But-
sometimes. On the pier, yeah.
Back here, she still had that hint
Of purity.
of innocence
No.
before she turned into a $2 Hollywood and Vine street slut.
No. You guys, she was always a $2 Hollywood and Vine Street slut. It's just that the world hadn't found out about it yet.
Thank you, TMZ.
Tasty beverage.
Thank you, Entertainment Weekly.
Fuck you, Britney Spears.
Thank you for showing us the error of our ways.
Showing us the error of her parents' ways. Mom should have swallowed the load that made that tramp.
Damn!
She actually makes me want to listen to Katy Perry.
Now, is that comment Stat Boy approved?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to agree. Yes. Yeah. Number 6.
In it to win it, bitches.
If you're not gonna win, why play? Number 6. Sir Mix-a-Lot's Baby Got Back, which was also number 1 in the one-hit wonder category.
My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Now, my question, and I'm actually looking for a serious answer here.
No jokes.
Okay.
What is a hollow back?
Why is Baby Got Back ranked higher than Nothing But a G-Thane and Tupac?
Wow. I hadn't even thought of that.
More mainstream popularity, maybe?
Novelty.
Yeah.
Novelty acceptance.
Novelty acceptance.
Maybe it's that
but
Sir
there's
Mix-a-Lot
no way
wasn't
that
one of the
song-
rappers that people were afraid of.
Right.
That song is nowhere near as mainstream popular as Nothing But a G-Thane or California Love.
Nah, I don't know about that. Because Baby Got Back was one of those songs that it was one of the, as for a mainstream acceptance, yeah, way more than Tupac and Dre. Not I don't mean that as necessarily a good thing. Not to say that it was a better song or anything, but you know, when you have just regular old people who don't, who couldn't pick Sir Mix-a-Lot out of a lineup saying Baby Got Back, it's like, when they were saying Getting Jiggy with It. I mean, I think it might have gotten ranked higher just for that reason.
Possibly.
As far as its placement in, social consciousness and that kind of thing, but not that it was a better song. No.
Yeah.
No.
Because the reason I say not near as mainstream popular is the fact that that song has died out.
Oh, absolutely.
You can still turn on a radio station today, especially in the summertime, and you'll hear None But a G Thing.
Oh, for sure.
That's like
Absolutely.
barbecue music.
Absolutely. I mean,
and I'm not trying to profile. I'm not trying to make jokes.
The double-edged sword of having your music be accepted on that level is that after a while it becomes a joke. I mean, is Sir Mix-a-Lot even considered? Is he even held in the same esteem as Tupac, Dre, Snoop? No. Of course not. No, not at all. But you know, people were saying it. You know, guys in the office were looking at their coworker. Hey Chuck, baby got back. You know, that's where it went. You know,
touche.
And that was not profiling either, by the way.
You can't go around and ask for a G thing in the workplace. So,
that depends on where you work.
Yeah, right.
That's a whole other topic on another episode.
We need to do that episode, bruh.
Number 5, Madonna's Vogue, 1990. Number 1, Vogue, Madonna.
I can't look at Madonna and not at some point think of another song. And I just forgot the damn name of this song, but it's the one where she was wearing the latex suit and her hair was braided.
Express Yourself?
No.
Erotica.
No.
Do I have to look up Madonna now?
Don't look it up. Don't worry about it. But you guys know what I'm talking about.
The latex suit with her...
but yeah.
Was it the one where her tongue was computer generated? Was it silver matting?
No, I would have remembered that. I would have remembered that. No, but this song though, Vogue. Wow. Yeah. That's about all I can say about it. I mean, I really did like that song, and I grew up a Madonna fan. That was a great song, awesome album. Dick Tracy, awesome movie.
Underrated movie.
Very underrated movie. So much fun to watch.
This is actually around the time where I started to lose Madonna. You know, I enjoyed her 80s stuff so much, and there's very little of the stuff that she did in the 90s, except for maybe This Used to Be My Playground from A League of Their Own.
Oh my God, I love that song. The first time I heard that song, I cried like a baby.
I got into an argument with my friend's mother over that song. It's like, we were sitting there and I go, have you seen this movie, A League of Their Own? Yeah. I hated it. I go, why? Because of the song at the end. I go, that's a good song. What? Yeah. She hated the whole, she liked the movie all up until the end when all the old people were playing baseball. And the music kicks in. It's
oh my God!
That song ruined the whole movie. I'm going.
I want this woman's.
Whoever you are, put a shotgun in your fucking mouth and just do the world a favor, lady. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Seriously, I want this woman's address. I'm gonna send a female assassin after her. God damn, that's fucked up.
There's very little Madonna in the '90s that I co-signed on.
Yeah.
That song, This Used to Be My Playground, is definitely one of them.
Oh my God, that's
Vogue
a great
was
song.
not.
It really is.
Number 4, the last number 1 hit. Top 3 or not. I Will Always Love You, Whitney Houston.
Love and hate that song at the same time.
I hate to love that song.
It was one of those songs that song was like a horror movie slasher. You put a bullet in it, you stab it, you shock it, you run it over with your car, the motherfucker will just not die.
You put the CD in your player and it miraculously keeps going.
Seriously, the song comes on the radio and you're like, damn, again? Didn't I just shoot you?
You smash your radio, you go to the car, there it is. You turn off the car, you go to the mall.
There it is.
You go into the dressing room.
There it is.
And then in the restaurant. Oh. You're just about to take you have a beautiful steak in front of you. You open it up. And like, no, I can't eat this.
Only you could ruin the image of a steak. Only you. Right?
With some Whitney Houston.
Buzzkill much? No, I'm kidding.
I know.
You may stick dinner house.
Ain't shit ruining a steak. I ain't even gonna lie.
My biggest issue with this song is the fact that Whitney tried to tell Dolly Parton that she couldn't sing it no more.
Yeah,
It's
for
my
real.
song.
Yeah,
I'm
for real.
singing
That
it.
was
like-
not cool.
Dolly Parton wrote this song, had performed this song for almost 20 years before Whitney got her grubby little non-crack chorish hands on it.
At the time.
Plus, Whitney was also
And
jealous
then
of Dolly's
she-
boobs.
Makes this song a huge hit
Oh, I
and
know
tries to
men
tell the
that are
person that
jealous
wrote
of
it
Dolly's
that she
boobs.
can't sing it anymore because it'll confuse her fans.
Fuck that bitch.
Number 3. The Backstreet Boys. I Want It That Way.
I think we should talk about Dolly Parton's boobs some more.
And again, this goes to the rule.
If it's not number one, it shouldn't be on there. Period.
It was number 6.
That's
And
ridiculous.
So-
again, I'm probably going to catch a little bit of crap for this.
Yeah, you
lose some
are.
cool points.
Yeah,
you are.
you are.
I am not a Backstreet Boys fan.
Yeah, you are, liar.
There was one video
Stop
that I
lying.
did enjoy. It was not this one.
Stop lying.
It was the Everybody
You like
Backstreet's Back
You
video.
know you like them, dude. Just don't hate. You just don't lie about it. You know you like them.
That's
You know
Mike
you
that
do.
likes it.
No.
And don't throw your boy under the bus. Don't play the whole deflection game.
Throw.
You
He didn't throw me. He heaved me under the bus.
It's the same.
No,
fucking
a throw
word.
and a heave is two different things. A heave has more energy to it.
I think he threw the bus at you is what happened.
Yeah, on steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
You know you
But,
like Backstreet Boys.
no,
man.
I liked NSYNC better. I'm talking to you.
I don't think I Want It That Way should be on
Damn!
the countdown. It definitely shouldn't be top 10 in my opinion if it wasn't a number one song. Top 20, maybe, just because of how popular it was, but not top 10. And definitely not top 5.
Are we good now? Guess not.
Shut up.
Number 2.
JJ likes the Backstreet Boys.
Doo-dah, doo-dah.
JJ likes the Backstreet Boys, and he is gay.
Just for clarification, I do not like the Backstreet Boys.
Just for clarification, fuck yes he does. Stop lying.
Just for clarification, I'm in the middle. I don't give a damn which way they go.
Just for clarification, he really loves the cock.
Just for clarification, you said you like NSYNC better than Backstreet Boys. I heard you say
I
that.
did say that, okay?
All right,
so what?
all right.
NSYNC was better than Backstreet Boys.
Wow, he went there.
Yes, I did, damn it. And I'm going to take a lot of flack for it, and I don't give a fuck about it.
Bruce is talking about what I said.
Number 2, U2's One, 1991.
U2.
But it only made it to number 10.
U2 is awesome. Even
U2
when
is
Bono
awesome.
is being a self-righteous prick, U2 is still awesome.
Octoon Baby is a great album. Mysterious Ways, even better than The Real Thing. But specifically Mysterious Ways, I think, was a better song, in my opinion, than One. And again, didn't reach number 1, so I don't think it should be on the top 10.
And last, number 1, 1991.
Do we really need to... I mean, seriously, is there any question in your mind what the number 1 song of the 90s decade was? There really should be. Yeah.
Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
By the way, we were not doing Diamond Dallas
No!
Page ring music.
Self high five.
Wow.
But here's the thing, we're going to sound like hypocrites if we put this song over as needing to be the number 1 song, but it didn't hit number 1 on the chart.
No, so?
It was probably the most impactful song of the entire decade,
Absolutely.
which is why it's at the top of the charts, no question.
Mm-hmm.
But should it be there if it wasn't number 1? And especially if we're sitting here saying that if it wasn't number 1, it shouldn't be top 10.
I think, damn, what I really would want to do is take the top 3, move them to the bottom of only the top 10, and then reshift those remaining 7. That would make it a little bit better, in my opinion. That's what I think.
It's just really, really hard to deny that song made a huge impact on the decade.
Yeah, I remember Nirvana changed music, period when they came
did.
along.
They really did. They changed. They definitely changed rock music and how guitar players approach writing songs and everything. I don't know. I personally think that if there's any exception to if it wasn't a number one, and if it wasn't a number one, then it shouldn't be in the top 10. If there's an exception to that rule, that I think is it.
And also, let's not forget all the people that weren't in this list.
Seriously, don't even get me started. I'm going to start sounding like Eddie Trunk talking about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
One glaring exception was Guns N' Roses.
One glaring exception was Michael Jackson.
Yeah, definitely.
Janet Jackson.
Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson.
Paula Abdul.
Yeah.
Warren G. Regulate. Hello. Warrant. Cherry Pie. Poison. Unskinny Bop.
Yeah.
All that stuff came out in the 90s, VH1, you slippin'.
Again.
Use Your Illusion, Guns N' Roses, probably one of the greatest double albums in music history.
Definitely one of the biggest releases of the decade. I mean, it was one of the most highly anticipated rock albums of the decade, next to Metallica's Black Album.
Right.
I mean, hell, they even toured together in the 90s, as disastrous as that was.
Right.
So,
and also...
there's another one that wasn't on there, Soul Asylum.
Right, Runaway Train.
Misery.
Right.
A lot of the artists as well, they only had that one hit or a few hits. They didn't have a good base, there was
no longevity.
Exactly, like Metallica, like Tupac, Destiny's Child, all those people, they have a strong base career. The good majority of the bottom half of the list are one-hit wonders. Gerardo, Fastball. That they shouldn't have been really in there.
You want to talk about some longevity? Why isn't the Scorpions on here? Wind of Change.
Yeah.
Why isn't Def Leppard on here?
And I mean, even especially, and it's funny that you bring up Winds of Change, because that song was about the Berlin Wall coming down, one of the most significant historical events of ever.
Yeah, even though it took place in the 90s.
Even though it took place in the 90s.
So,
but this is it. That's the countdown of the 90s.
Yeah.
Another big song, this is another one-hit wonder, but a song that always appealed to me, Jesus Jones, Right Here, Right Now.
Right Here, Right Now. Yeah.
There you go. Of course, there's going to be a long list of things that shoulda, woulda, coulda been in this.
Other country artists. Why is there no Garth Brooks?
That's true.
He is like the definitive 90s country musician, and there's no Garth Brooks on the countdown. I'm getting mouth Shania by the Peanut Gallery, but Shania was on there.
She was
on the countdown.
Just once.
But Garth Brooks is like the definitive 90s country artist, or Reba. There's no Reba on the countdown. You've got Billy Ray Cyrus and Shania Twain, but no Garth Brooks or Reba McEntire? Whiskey Tango Foxtrot?
Maybe it's because Billy Ray Cyrus's mullet voted.
Yeah, because
and not just the mullet as a whole. Every strand of that mullet got its own vote.
Yeah, Billy Ray has that mullet in his house in a glass case, and each strand has its own power.
What did you say earlier in the countdown? Freaking cut Billy Ray's mullet off and it spawned into Miley Cyrus?
Yeah, it became Miley Cyrus. Yeah.
All right, we're getting the wrap-up single.
Yeah.
We've been talking about so many songs, I said single.
Really, yeah.
We're getting the wrap-up signal. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I did.
Hey,
absolutely. I enjoyed it a hell of a lot more than the last one.
The fans wanted it, and you got it. Now, let me just say, the next epic list is going to be wrestling related. I promise you that, okay?
We will see you then.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.